the fuck been going on lately, man? Just I'm scared to touch buttons, man. This shit right here, man. I'm back, y'all. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. It's your boy Cutty J. I'm back. Man, it been shit. Man, I would have started this show at 7 o'clock today. My friend, she even warned me and said, hey, you need to start your show soon. I'm like, but I thought I had enough time to because I forgot I didn't create the thumbnail yet. And while I was trying to create the thumbnail, I was having problems with the thumbnail. And then once I created the thumbnail, and here I am trying to start the live, it wouldn't let me type out the title to the show. It kept on taking me somewhere else where I just got so irritated. Then when once I finally got the link right, my homeboy calls me. One of my homeboys called me. They're having a reunion out back home on the Cooper Road. He calls me as soon as I was about to hit the live button. And I answered the call because I've been trying to catch up with him for the last 3 days. And I was trying to get some information out of him that I need to know. So I had to take the call. So I'm sorry, guys, for starting my live a little late. Well, y'all, I've normally started, this is actually earlier than normal. But I plan to start this live earlier at 7, like I said. And I had to go through all these obstacles to get it started. So let me get my shit started, though. Let me go grab my drink and my lighter. By the way, how you guys doing? Thanks for tapping in to Kickback Network. It's the host, Cutty J, from around the way. Back like I left something. Well, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I've had a great weekend. Just the weekend I normally be off. I have my kids. This is the weekend I look forward to. But I picked up this weekend at work because I'm going out of town next weekend. Like I keep telling you guys, I'm going back to my neighborhood reunion, which is next week in Shreveport, Louisiana. I got other homeboys. They having their neighborhood reunion today. Those of you guys that's from the Cooper Road, I know you guys out there having a great time. I hope you guys be safe out there, and I hope nothing goes wrong out there. You from the city I'm from, you know what I'm talking about. If you're familiar with Shreveport, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this is the weekend I normally be off. I was gonna pick up today. Nobody got at me, said they needed anybody to work, so I stayed home. I worked yesterday. Y'all know what I did yesterday. I grilled some chicken. I barbecued some chicken yesterday. I like to say grill. Then I throw I don't like to say I barbecue because most of the time when you grill, you're not barbecuing. You don't throw barbecue sauce on your stuff. But I use barbecue. I barbecued some chicken. I had a couple of Earl Campbell hot links. If you're from Texas, you know about Earl Campbell hot links. The best hot links in Texas. I think they're the best hot links, period. Under my shit, I'm slipping. Me, I grilled yesterday. I grilled a lot yesterday. Like, you know how I do it, y'all. Y'all know I'm always, whoever that is looking, man, y'all hit that like button, speak, say your name, where you're tapping in from, show some love. Hit that subscribe button if it's your first time tapping in. That way you can get notified every time I do a video. You hit that bell, you get notified every time I load up any type of video on YouTube, whether it's a short, a live stream, or a pre-recorded show. But like I was saying, I grilled yesterday. Um, I cooked enough food to last me throughout the weekend, and even tomorrow, because I'm burnt out of eating food at my job. So I cooked a lot of food yesterday. I ended up going to sleep early Friday night and Saturday night. And if you was with me Thursday night, you notice I was tired Thursday too. One of those nights I went live either Wednesday or Thursday, and I passed out early. I'm gonna let a couple people to come up in here before I start talking. Right now, I'm just giving you a little intro. And right now, I'm about to tag a few people too. Bring them up in here. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Damn. I'm not even set up properly, y'all. I don't got nothing charged up but the mics. That's all that really matters, though. Cool. The mics are the only thing that's charged up. I even was gonna use my iPhone today. I'm not even using my iPhone. That's another thing. That's not even charged. So hey, whoever that is tapping in, show some love to your boy. If you don't know, I hit the like. It should be a like button, a heart, or something where you can just touch on it and give me that like. I'll start talking once a few people get up in there. Don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to speak. I got one person come in. I bet it's one of my moderators. I bet it's one of my moderators. My moderator's gonna always give it a like. I just need somebody to speak now. When I was a moderator would have been spoke to me by now. But I'm gonna wait till a few more people get up in here before we start just really talking and talking. Right when I was about to hit the share button to share to everybody on Facebook and on Instagram. And like I said, I know I got a few people to be tapped in just from back home where I'm from. They probably be at the Cooper Road reunion right now. Shout out to my Cooper Road fam, the homies, the homettes. Some of y'all probably wasn't expecting me to go live tonight. It's Sunday. But y'all know I started the Sunday Night Live thing anyway now. Now that football season start, I got the Sunday Night Live thing in effect now. I'm about to start doing the Sunday Night Live. If your team lose Sunday, I will be talking about your team. Y'all know that. Y'all know I will be talking about your team. And if you're watching, I got some people that will be tapping in just a minute. I know it takes a while. I don't set up the premiere schedule to let everybody know that I'll be going live at a certain time. That way they'll get the information to tap in early. I normally use this time to really just intro, roll up, or whatever I'm doing before the show really starts. It's normally at the 15-minute mark when everybody you start tapping in that's going to be in. So bear with us, guys. Whoever that one person is watching or 2 people that's watching. Y'all just bear with me right quick, okay? Just bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. $85 cut dog, custom made T-tops. Sitting on his tippy toes, make them fees bop. I'd rather wear shell toes, fuck Reeboks. Got a 50 yak, now I'm headed to the weed spot. What it do, 85 cut? My boy out of Florida. What's happening with it, your man? What's happening with it, my man? Yeah, the toughest ride Jamaican in the United States. South I say Mubale, my West Indian homie. And yes, Cuddy. From one Cuddy to another Cuddy. Let's talk about it. From one Cuddy to another Cuddy. Let's talk about the Hernandez Govan back and forth with Ceedy Nash on Instagram yesterday. Now, I know 85 cut. I know you familiar with this situation. You do. I know you tap into Ceedy Nash just like I do. So let's talk about this situation, what happened yesterday with Ceedy Nash and Hernandez Govan. Now, people that don't know about Hernandez Govan, he's the guy that just got found not guilty in the Young Dolph's murder case. He just got found not guilty. When it was Thursday, the trial lasted 4 days. He was after being locked down for 3 years fighting that case. They finally started the trial early last week. He won the trial in 4 days. 2 days later, he pops up on Ceedy Nash's Instagram live, confronting him, threatening him, saying what he's going to do to him when he sees him in L.A. Now, Ceedy Nash is a YouTuber that has a YouTube channel, which he does what I do. He goes live. He reports news. Sometimes even the news he reports, he goes at some of the people that he's talking about. And I think Ceedy Nash has been saying enough stuff about Hernandez where it got Hernandez watching him now. So Hernandez popped up on his live on Instagram. Ceedy Nash thought it was a fake Hernandez account. Turned out it was the real Hernandez Govan. And him and Hernandez had words to go back and forth with each other about. Saying they're going to see each other in L.A., which Hernandez is in L.A. right now because he's getting interviewed by Vlad. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on No Jumper TV. I'm pretty sure he's going to go to Camp Capone. He's going to go to Art of Dialogue. All these big platforms on YouTube that interview guys like this, he will be tapping in. So he'll be in LA for at least the next 2 weeks. And for him to come with the smoke like he's coming after just winning the trial, that's some crazy work right there, huh, y'all? What you think? What's your take? Yeah, I don't understand why he was talking like that. You know they watching you, man. You fresh out of trial and hopping on the internet. Isn't the internet is what got you locked up the first time? Now, these are your words that's coming out your mouth. Now, Mr. Hernandez Govan, these are your words that coming out your mouth. You got to be you got to be on some stupid ass time to just, you're a certain type of person, you know what I'm saying, when you just got out of trial. I'm talking about you ain't had a chance to go, you ain't even had a bite to eat yet. And you on somebody's Instagram live threatening them, sending threats to them. Like you knew this guy was gonna be going live, and you hopped on this live. Come on, what they do that at? What they do that at, man? I couldn't believe you was talking like that. And by the way, guys, if you're a new member on the show, you watching the show, it's your first time tapping in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's Cuddy J. It's the Kickback Network. It's my live stream I do. This is not the actual show this has been the actual show. This has been the primary show over the last 5 months. But this is not the primary show. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, feel free to hit that like button. If you know how to join the chat room, say something to us too. Speak. Let us know you here. If you're on a laptop or if you're on your TV watching me, you're not going to be able to comment or like. Not in the chat room, not in the live chat at that anyway. But you'll be able to comment and it'll show me after the show loads up. Also, I got the super chat donation. If you want to donate some money to the super chat, that's cool as well. You can donate $2, $3, $40, $50. The $ box is not up there for nothing. And I'm not asking for money either. I'm just saying, just in case you want to know how this YouTube thing works, if you're not YouTube savvy, I'm introducing you and giving you instructions on things that'll help you out. Let me tag some people, share this. Let me share this video to some people on Facebook. Let's get some bodies tapped up in here. You know, some people don't get the notification. Some people don't get the notification when I go live. Every now and then I hear somebody say, I didn't get a notification. I didn't know you was going live. I get that sometimes. There we go, man. 85, how your weekend been, homie? Weekend been good. And besides y'all know we always have the showrunner. You know I always have the showrunner, which is tonight the Ceedy Nash and the Hernandez situation. Of course, that's the showrunner. Feel free to discuss anything else, that's going on, other topics. You know me, I be all over the place like bird shit. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I answer questions. I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind bringing up situations either. I wanted to bring up another thing about, how it is meeting new people. Right now, I found myself, my profession anyway, I meet new people every day. As far as, at the bar, I meet people at the bar. I meet people at the gas station. Or if I go hang out and have me a drink at the bar, I meet somebody. It's part of my routine because I'm a networking person. I like to network. I like to be around people. You never know who you rub your shoulders with. And when you open your mouth sometimes, it gets you, it gets you further than not getting open your mouth. I got further than like building relationships, with people. I always sit back and think back. What if I would have never said anything to this person or responded to that person or me and them never had a conversation with each other or shared that shot with each other, made a toast with each other. I wouldn't have got put in this position or I wouldn't have had this offer to me or I wouldn't have had this situation. Then you have those people that you meet or you met that you wish you wouldn't have never spoke to them. You wish your whole thing would have been a high end body. You wish you would have just said, damn. But that conversation end up leading to you going further in life with that person in some kind of way where you wish you would have never met them. So you got people that you shouldn't have talked to, that you end up talking to. And I ain't talking about just for a relationship like go together type of shit. I'm just type of like anybody you encountered and built some type of relationship, whether it's business or whatever. Uh, you had those people that you wish you would have never met. You had those people that you're glad that you met, and you glad you didn't ignore them. You ever think about how many people you ignored and wonder where you probably would have been at in life if you wouldn't ignore them? You know how you got them people, like you got some people, they got their guard up all the time, so they're going to always be on defense mode, whether it's you holding the door open for them or you, a lady can have a napkin on the bottom of her shoe and you can be calling her name to stop her. Hey, you got a napkin on bottom, you got tissue on bottom of on bottom of your heel. A woman, she would probably ignore you because she's so used to guys hitting on her all the time, or she has that personality where she likes to be stuck up. And sometimes people like that, they don't really get far in life because they ignore the wrong people. Some people, they get far in life because some people, just because they have gotten far in life is because they told people no, or they avoided people. So it's different strokes for different folks, which goes back to the guy that's going down for the young Dolph's murder. If he would have never ran across the guy that offered him money to kill young Dolph, he'd be a free man right now. Yeah, I've been off all weekend at 85. I've been off all weekend. I picked up yesterday morning. I worked Friday morning. Like I said, I grilled last night. I grilled last night. I didn't go out. I could have went out last night. I could have went out today and did a little day drinking and hanging out with the people at the bar. I decided to just stay in the house. I met a new friend, somebody who I met a new friend. I love meeting new people. I love for new people to meet me as well. So, speaking of meeting people, I also met somebody new that I'll probably be holding conversations with. I'm looking forward to holding a lot of conversations with this person. And, and hopefully one day we'll meet in person and talk and go out or whatever. You know what I'm getting at. I'm surprised Lisa's not on here yet. Okay. Yeah, like I said, they having that Cooper Road reunion today. Shout out to the Cooper Road. Next weekend, I'll be in my hometown, in my neighborhood. I might bring the camera and mic out and walk around asking questions. I might just bring the equipment just in case. But it ain't gonna be all about that. I don't really want to be on no podcast type of time when I'm out there in my city. I want to be out there having fun and sitting back and kicking, just enjoy people, you got to think about it. I'm gonna be around people who I ain't seen in years. You know, some people I say it's gonna be people who I ain't seen since I was since high school or since I was this age. People. I don't like counting that. So I be seeing you on Facebook and Instagram. I don't really count that as seeing somebody or I talk to you through via comments. That's not really chopping up with somebody. I like the least we can do is exchange numbers and talk to each other. And I want to hear. I got to hear you verbally. If I can't feel what the kind of way I got to feel, I got to at least hear your voice. And if you don't like the FaceTime, at least call. I had a situation like that with how you meet people and they be like in the text. I get tired. I'm not a texter. I get tired of that text stuff. What's going on? My boy, what do that is? My boy Drake. What it do, Hardy boy? I thought you was there. I thought you probably was going by Patrick's house. I was gonna pull up on y'all, man. I've been off all day. I grilled yesterday. That's why when P Funk had made the post saying he about to grill today, I'm like, well, shit, I grilled yesterday. I'm just over here smoking and drinking and smoking, doing the live. My boy No Shit and this bitch. Yeah, my boy. Shout out to my boy Know Some Beats, man. Know Some Beats is my boy right there. Like my brother right there. That's like my brother. But yeah, like I was saying, I like to meet people, and I had this lady I met a while back when I started to try to date, and she used to always want to text, and I was telling her like I'm cool with the texting and all that though, but I like to get to my I like to get to the point real quick. I like to be clear when I make my point too, or I want you to understand what I'm saying, how I'm trying to say it, and vice versa. I don't want you to assume I'm saying something a certain way, or I don't want to read something and not read it the right way, but take it the wrong way. So, but I get past that texting. After a couple of text messages, I don't want to text no more. I want to call you. I want you to hear my voice. I want to hear your voice. I can tell a lot what I'm dealing with based off the conversation, verbally, hearing things. So yeah, I like the verbal conversation. And if we're gonna be distant from each other for a minute, ain't gonna be able to catch up with each other, hang around each other in the public forum. Let's FaceTime each other. I don't mind FaceTiming. I don't mind showing my face at no part of the day, early in the morning, late at night, middle of the day. As long as I get a chance to see what I'm talking to, and you get a chance to see who you talking to. That way we'll know we both talking to who we think we supposed to be talking to. And it's like, for example, half of you guys on my chat line or that watch my show, I don't know how none of you guys look. Most of y'all know how I look though. Y'all see me on video. Y'all know how I talk. Y'all know how I move. Y'all know how the part of my apartment looks. I don't know how neither one of you guys look. I know how Lisa looks. I know how Virgo Queen looks. I know how Don Juan looks because they on my Facebook page. I know I've been around Don Juan. I've spoken to all these ladies on the phone, except for Lisa. But yeah, I got a good idea what type of personality they have. Uh, me FaceTiming you or me having a conversation verbally on the phone with you, let you get an idea of what type of person I am, and I get an idea what type of person you is in a little bit sense. Not saying I know who you are, you know who I am. That's how I am when I don't feel like it's fully vibrated until you get those things from each other. But going back to the person I started dating You know, when it was time to FaceTime, she was always say, I'm gonna let you know when we can FaceTime each other, or don't call me right now. My hair's not done, or some shit like that, you know, or whatever, you know. And whenever she FaceTime me, you know, it'd be on her accord. And I had to realize, you know what? No, we ain't finna do that either. And eventually, I got around this person in real life, and they was cool. It just people be shy. Tell me what's the use of holding on if we can be friends? Gotta let you know that the love we once shared now is through. Say goodbye. What's a man to do when he just can't take no more? What am I to do when my heart leads me through the door? The dog did it all though. 85 cut. Yeah, we must ran the body up. You know me, I tell you what though. How the hell? When you tap in, state your name, where your city you're from. Shoot game like Kobe, pass like Nash, rebound like Bob, and I get that cash. I said I get that cash, don't give the beat a chance to set up. Great fast. Shoot game like Kobe, pass like Nash, rebound like Bob, and I get that cash. Say what, say what. I said I get that cash. Don't give the D the chance to set up. I break fast. Whatever the cash made, don't even ask me. Forget living in the past days. Live every doggone day like my last day. I'm the bandwagon, jump on it. Take it 2 steps, stump on it. What the what on? Throw the chrome on it. She a messy girl. Shit, I don't want her. But I'm young enough to puff on my marijuana. Raging Cajun, Jason Davis on application. I know you see me haters. What it do? Check your energy. Shout out to Check Your Energy podcast. Say what, say what. Don't give the D the chance to set up. I break fast. Fast like Nash. Get that cash. Get that cash. Don't give it the chance to set up. I break fast. You can call me G.I. Joe. Throw my shell toes on blue shoelaces. Cousin just touched down off 2 cases. Two braces. No teeth in his mouth. Don't know what toothpaste is. You like who this is? I'm about to do this big. This is BHE. A little bit of gasoline mixed with THC. Mixed with homegrown. Don't call me on my home phone. I won't be long gone. Hey, if you're playing man, need to get your zone on. If you know the words, sing the song. Say what, say what? I said I get that cash. Don't give it the chance to set up. I break fast. Say what, say what? It's with the running gun. I ain't trying to hear your son. Though we talking out their ear. I ain't feeling them. Ice cold chilly one. Baby wanna give me some, I'ma pass her up. Alley hoop. You can get her some, get her on the rebound. Other side of D-Town, another episode, let it blow, clown. Back to the main mission. I ain't with that name dissing. It's the real deal, Holyfield game politician. Everywhere I represent, what I'm about, with no hesitant. Start getting your, put down your scope, need to start putting your beam on. Parachute, eat you up like fast food. On the mission, not to blast you. Attack you, ask you. Like you attack food. Yeah. Say what, say what? Don't give the D the chance to set up, I break fast. Rebound like Rodman, I get that cash. I said I get that cash. Don't give the D the chance to set up, I break fast. You know. Well, what's that with you guys? I had to get y'all that run. It was by Cuddy J right there. It was by me, one of my old songs called Break Fast off the Louisiana X's album on all platforms. It came out 2010, by the way. I had to bring you guys about my track meters, you know, that y'all know I used to be up in that booth every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I got them bars and them lyrics too, just to let you guys know. You know what I'm saying? Before all this podcasting, I was up in that booth blasting, you know. Shout out to Check Your Energy podcast, my boy. I'm doing good. Appreciate for tapping in. Appreciate that like. I know he gave me that like when he came up in here. He know how it goes. Check Your Energy. He does a show too, also a YouTube live on YouTube as well. But like we was talking about, you guys tapping in, you just jumping in. We are talking about the Hernandez Govan versus Ceedy Nash. Ceedy Nash, we letting them know, hey, I'm the wrong type of dude to be coming at like that. You going with them old man games. You coming at. I don't know how old Hernandez Govan is. I don't know how old Ceedy Nash is. I don't understand. I don't like when people throw the the old man shit up in there like an old man won't get on the young nigga ass. But I also don't understand why an old man think you supposed to respect him too though when you come with disrespect. So on both, I don't understand none of the shit. I felt like he could have approached Ceedy Nash a little bit differently. You got to understand this is the game of blogging. This is what bloggers do. We report news and we give our take on it. Our take might don't be what you think you're supposed to be or not what your take is, but hey, it's our take. We keep it 100 with ourselves. So I know I'm not gonna change my narrative or what I feel about something because you speak up. You spoke up about something. Like I know people get mad at me all the time on my live stream. About something I said in my live stream, and or a post I made. You think I'm supposed to change it up just because you defer? Since you defer, I'm supposed to have a change your heart? No, I might still stand on what I say. And you got the right to feel the way you feel. I'm not going to convince you to not think the way you think or feel the way you feel. But this is what it is on my end. And if the person is wrong, I'm not going to convince them that they're wrong. I'm going to let them figure it out later. It's the Sunday Night Live with your boy Cuddy J. It's the Sunday Night Live with your boy Cuddy J. It's the Sunday Night Live with your boy Cuddy J. Sunday Night Live, Cuddy J. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm jumping back out there on the dating scene, man. For a long time, I didn't care about going out on dates or trying to meet with a lady or, you know, I wasn't trying to get to learn. I wasn't trying to learn anybody over again and have people try to learn me over again, which I'm an open book. It's easier to learn me than me learn you. Or I say faster. I don't say easier. It's faster to learn me opposed to me learning you uh, for certain situations and circumstances. Uh, but I feel the need. The dating scene, like it called the dating scene, it called me out because for a minute I wasn't going out on dates with women or trying to meet nobody new. Now I was hooking up with women that I already knew. That I got past relationships or we got some type of history with each other. Yeah, I've been doing that over the last 2 years because I felt it was cool. I felt okay meeting up with somebody who I already know, opposed to trying to get somebody to know somebody. And like I said, it was always somebody that I already had history with, and most of the time it was with somebody who I just ain't seen in a long time. We was happy to see each other, and you know how it is when you're happy to see somebody and they happy to see you. Y'all hang out for about a month or two. Then this shit dies off. You get back to your regular schedule. And that's pretty much what it been happening with me over the past 2 years, me being single. Is me, catching up with old flings and old relationships, that I had in the past. But up until about, like I said, about a month ago, like I've been like in that little drill, that little mode of wanting to date. I don't mind. I don't mind if a woman stumble up in the picture now. Because it ain't because of holiday season. It just ain't couple season to me. It's just something that really just like that song they say God trying to tell you something. Lately it's been like the dating scene been trying to tell me something. Especially with me having all these dating ideas I be having with the places I love to share with another, with a woman. I've been having, I got all these places I can, share with. I love to take a woman to now. I just ain't had no woman or met the woman that I want to take these places. I haven't met, I haven't met them. I haven't met them yet. In order to meet them, you got to start opening your mouth. Closed mouth don't get fed. Y'all know that. Closed mouth don't get fed. Closed legs don't get spread. I think the hardest part about the dating world these days is people don't know if anybody playing. Everybody thinks everybody playing these days. You're not sure if somebody's pretending or lying to you or whatever the situation could be. Um, it's kind of make it hard for the next person, just because with the person that was with that person the time before makes it harder for the next people. You know what I'm saying? So these days, you spend more time trying to convince people than even just trying to show them how much you love them. It's like, you know, the interview be hard, orientation be even harder. You know, just going through the interview because that's how dating is now. You going on the interview right now. You hoping you put your best performance on, and that's the problem right there. People they trying to put their best performance on and just be them. I want you to see that I have bad days and good days, but at the same time, though, that doesn't make me a bad person. My good days don't make me a good person. It makes me a human being. I started my last Sunday Night Live early last week. And it was my last Sunday Night Live was jumping, man. This one ain't jumping, man. This right here, look what everybody got going on, man. What's going on with everybody? Appreciate that like, whoever hit that like. I sure appreciate that. I'm trying to, hey, man, what happened to them days of me getting 30, 40 likes, 50 likes, 20 likes? I'm starting to, at the 10, I'm past getting 10 likes now. I'm to the point where I think 20 likes need to be getting back grand on the board. What's up, Miss Lisa? I knew there was one. I knew there was somebody. I knew there was somebody part of the family that gave me that like. I was waiting on you. I've been waiting on you to tap in. I'm like, man, you caught the good part of my relationship, my conversation. I was just getting to the nitty gritty. We was talking. Of course, you already. I know you familiar about the Hernandez Govan and Ceedy Nash thing because I posted on Facebook and you responded on it. So I know Lisa. She's familiar about that little trash talking that he did. He just came home from trial. This guy right here, fresh out of trial, murder case, and he's already on the internet going back and forth with somebody, threatening him, saying what he's going to do to him, and all this and that. That's very diabolical, right? Gotta be crazy, some crazy work right there. And then I started speaking on how all of a sudden, I think the dating world has called me back out on the scene. Because I was talking about, I was telling 85 Cut. Yeah, that was very unbelievable. Real crazy. I'm talking about you ain't been home 2 days. You ain't had 3 meals yet. And here you go on Instagram Live with Ceedy Nash telling this guy what you're gonna do to him and what you're about and all this right here. Sending threats, which could be a charge. I just don't get it, man. Everybody want to be tough, you know. Everybody want to be. People want to be tough at YouTube bloggers. You gotta understand, most of us YouTube bloggers, we come from the streets too now. We know I respect morals. I don't be going. There's certain subjects I don't touch. I don't touch certain subjects and situations based because of where my morals at with situations. The politics I respect in life. I don't touch a lot of situations based upon that. Yeah, he said he got that untouchable feeling. Now you know how motherfuckers they beat a trial and they start feeling like Teflon Don, John Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Untouchable. Every time you come back, you can surpass a victory on something tragic. You feel that. You feel that way. It's like once when I got cut up and all that, my face and everything got cut up and my neck got slit, and I lived through this situation. I thought nothing could fuck with me for a while. I thought I couldn't be touched for a while. I survived this right here and still ticking. Yeah, I felt that way. But what I was saying before you got on, Lisa, I don't know how long you've been tapped in. I was talking about how the dating world is kind of like, I think that the dating world been throwing rocks at me. Or is it me throwing rocks to the dating scene? I don't know. But I was talking about how over the past month or so, how I feel like the relationship lifestyle is catching me back again. And like I want to have somebody to share things with, moments with, you know. And it's during that season, like, and it always be around like my birthday time. When my birthday coming, and you got the holidays, and you got Christmas, you know, the city I live in, it looks so sexy during the holidays, man. It looks The way they decorate everything, it makes it look romantic. I already live in a prestigious area anyway, but they make it look so romantic, man. And when the holidays and stuff popping up, it makes me like I'm ready to share some cold nights with somebody, sipping on a glass of Cabernet, drinking an old fashioned, or some, listening to some smooth music, you know what I'm saying, or watching a great movie, some shit like that. That's what the time of the day coming with me. That's the type of energy I'm back on. For so long, I was not even trying to date nobody, or even wasn't even trying to give no girl no time at the moment. I was only going out with chicks that I probably had some type of little history with because I didn't feel like, relearning nobody, and I didn't want nobody to really try to relearn me, which is, you can learn me faster than I learn you because I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm showing my face more than you show your face. Uh, yeah, I think that's, it ain't something that I wanted. It ain't like I said, oh yeah, I want to start dating. It just is a feeling. It's like, like damn, some tap me, some push me out there. You know how you be standing by the water or by the pool, and somebody tap you up in that motherfucker. Or like, so go up in there, go jump in, like some shit like that. That's how that shit felt. That's how this shit's feeling to me right now. Because for a long time, I was trying not to be in a relationship with nobody. Because one thing I did, I knew I had closure on my end, but I also wanted to make sure it was closure on the other person end too of my past. And then on top of that, whoever I meet up with, I hope they got closure. What it do, Miss Virgo Queen? Thanks for tapping in, hit that like button. We all over the place like bird shit. You know how I get. But I was now I feel like this is something that just been like, cause y'all been hearing me talk about dating shit for the last 3, 4, 5 months. Y'all know what my take was on dating. Now I think it's time for me to share at least my dating thoughts and what I think it's time to share it with somebody now. I have too many places and too many things that I can go that I don't go to because I don't it's somebody it has to be a date. Like I never go back to even coach and eat again unless I'm going on a date with a lady. The only way I'm gonna go there again, I never go back in that place by myself again. When I went there that day by myself, I did treat myself. I go to Kenny's Wood Fire Grill by myself, but I said even though it's a dating spot too, that's another. I want to take. I want to. That's another place I need to share with somebody. I got all these ideas and places I love to do, but I love to do it with a lady. Queen. Thank y'all for tapping in. I started early with y'all. It's the first hour in. I got a question to ask you moderators, by the way. Should I start like presetting my no, I'm gonna ask the question anyway. Should I start setting the time premiere when I'm gonna start my live the way you already know when I go live? Instead of, cause I don't know if y'all get a notification or not when I do go live. That way y'all know I'm going live, that way y'all jump in early. I thought about that again. I said, nah, I can't do that because like I be wanting, like when I be at work, I be wanting to start my live at 9. And if I was to set my time for 9, I got a feeling my job gonna hold me over past a certain time where I won't get home in time to start at 9. So I'm gonna leave that alone on it. I'm just gonna keep doing my live the way I do it. No, it won't interfere with work. What will happen is, let's just say if it's a Monday and I say, hey, I'm gonna start my live at 9 tonight, but I don't get off work until 8:30 and I don't get home about such and such time. Yeah, a little bit after 9, it won't work right, so I'm not gonna do that. Only way I'll be able to do stuff like that is on the day off when I'm off, like when I'm off on them Thursdays. I can set the schedule. I'm going live with Lex at 1 o'clock. Because I know me and Lex gonna go up live at 1 o'clock. We both punctual like that. Sometimes it's all about just getting everything set up. Like for the thumbnail, got to be ready. You already got to have a title that you want the shit titled as or whatever. They got to be ready. Description of what the show is about. I never write a description for my live just because I talk about all type of shit. I don't just really stick on one subject. That's why I don't write a description on my live. On my pre-recorded videos, like the Kickback Chit Chat, I write a description for every last one of those shows because most of the time I'm talking about either one or two subjects or three on that channel, at the most. But it's only, them videos are probably what, at the most, the longest I might go on one of those videos is an hour, probably 35 minutes. But I try not to go over no hour because it's just a Kickback Chit Chat. And the longest I'm probably going to ever go is when I do a live. Even my podcast that I do, the Kickback Podcast Show, when I have a guest, those only going to go from like an hour to an hour and a half. If a guest want to come on and just hang out and shoot the shit and we just talk shit, they just got to come on the live with me. They got to jump on the live. Like the other night, I had the youngsters from East Texas on here. They jumped on the live. And anybody that want to come over here, you know what I'm saying? If you want to join the stream, I'm not going to interview you. We just going to have a regular conversation. Most of my podcasts is every now, probably about 60% of my shows, I interview somebody, the guest. The other 40%, I'm just having conversation with the guests. We just sitting back chatting and talking. Only 60% of my shows where I had guests on have been like in an interview form, where I'm interviewing them and asking questions and this, that, and the other. But the other 40% of the shows that I have with other characters on there, it's just been like just chit chat, kicking back. It's like coffee table talk, bar talk. You know what I'm saying? Barbershop conversation shit. Sitting outside on the stoop type of shit. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna dip out in that dating field, because and the reason why I say that though, because women, a lot of things I know the women, the first questions they've been asking is how long you been single, or have you been married or whatever like that. And I be quick to say it's been 2 years since I've been single. I said I made sure I let them know it's been 2 years since I've been single, and I don't be afraid to tell them why I'm single or what happened in the last relationship. I'm not afraid to tell y'all. I've talked about it on here what happened on video on YouTube and why I gave y'all the reasons behind why I'm not dating at the moment or whatever the case may be. I talked about closure. I said, after 2 years, I said, some closure now. I don't have to worry about the ex. Even if I don't have to worry about the ex, backdooring me on some bullshit with the new girl because they still got feelings for me. I've had that happen. I've had that happen where, once they find out who the new girl is, they go in the inbox. And they what it do, Don Juan, baby? Hit that like, thank you for tapping in. How you feeling, by the way? I hope everything is good for you, sweetie. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're feeling good. Everything good, but like I was saying, I had that happen to me where once I presented who I was, I took a picture with somebody and I tagged their name. And once people find out who I was dating, then that's when they jumped in the inbox and with the, running game, lies or whatever, saying stuff that I already told them, but it just they probably put the emphasis to it where it It didn't make it. I wasn't cool with it. I felt like once that person had a discussion with, I just couldn't trust being with that girl. You know what I'm saying? After she already got approached by my ex with some bullshit, because I feel like it was gonna be an ongoing thing. Because I witnessed some shit like that before. So I I'll never let I never whoever I go out on a date with, take a picture with or whatever. Put it like this: if you see me on a pic with a female and I tag her name, just probably had the chick come date. Because I be damned if I let everybody know who she is, who I'm dating, and who I'm with, who the person is, just so you can be with the bullshit, with the jealous shit. No, it's because I got motherfuckers that I ain't never been with that pull a hoops like that on me. It's niggas out there that's jealous of me that they'll see me once they see who I'm dating, they gonna add the girl as a friend on Facebook to try to be slick with. Every girl I've dated, I done had at least 10 niggas that not niggas I really just fuck with, but 10 niggas that know me through Facebook or whoever. They friend these girls, these women. But every girl I'm in a relationship with, I gotta respect them because they always tell me, hey, such and such just sent me a friend request. Should I accept it? I'm like, nah, I don't accept that nigga request because shit, he don't even integrate. He don't interact with me that much anyway to be sending you a friend request. So nah, I don't send that nigga no friend request. He don't know me like that. That's what I be like with them niggas. Man, I'm happy to see all 5 of y'all on here. All 4 of all 4 of you, my moderators. Cut, Virgo, Dunn One, Lisa. I'm happy to see y'all. You know what? This is about the first time I had all y'all on here at one time in a long time. It's been a long time. This is a milestone right here, y'all. These are my top moderators right here. And I think these are my only moderators because the other moderators don't come on no more. I need to go back and look and see who the moderators are so I can start demoderating them niggas. Now, some moderators are my homies from my hood back home and homegirls back home. I never demoderate them because they live. I know I don't expect them to be on here all the time. I know out of that, and you know we're coming up out the Virgo season, right? The motherfucking Libras. We gotta balance this shit out for y'all. We gotta balance this shit out for you guys. Yeah, man, y'all my riders, man. 85 Cut, Don Juan, Virgo Queen, and Lisa. God, and guess what? I swear though, if I was to come across a big package of money right now, we had to plan a trip for all of us to go on me. So we'll meet up very well. We had to meet up at a spot. We had to go meet up somewhere. We could meet up we go meet up in Seattle, somewhere out the left field. We could meet up in Seattle or Washington, D.C. or some shit, Atlanta's too regular. That's too normal. Just meet in Atlanta, that's too normal. Let's meet somewhere. We can meet in Philadelphia, some shit like that. Hell yeah. Somewhere it ain't too far from me because, he got 85. He flying from Florida. Me, Don Juan, and Virgo Queen, we flying from Texas and Louisiana. Lisa's be coming from Minneapolis. Equal destination. We got Leo the Great up in here, y'all. Look who back in here. We got Leo the Great. Boy, guess what? He the fifth Power Ranger. He just been, on daddy duty. I told y'all, my boy, he's Leo. He's part of the fam too, though. I got my 5 fingers, right? And them my 5 fingers right there. Leo, 85, Lisa, Queen, and Virgo. They be on here no matter what. Leo, he had a newborn, so he been busy lately, He been busy. respect. But I see Leo every day on the regular. I see Leo. We work together, so he already know. We happy to have you back. I was just telling them how I'm glad everybody's here at one time. This is my first time having all 5 of y'all on at one time in a long time. It's been about 2-3 months since I had all you guys on here at one time. I was just talking about, and the other moderators like Dill and O, I think I let them go. Jake Smith, he come in every now and then. I think he pretty much tap in on the second hour. He never be on during the first hour. Like Jake might be tapping in like about another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, you'll see Jake tap in. Hell yeah, Leo, man, we missed the company here, buddy. Righteous. I'm gonna throw some hearts up in there. And well, there's hearts all over the world tonight. Well, there's hearts all over the world tonight. Yeah. I need to you and oh, what I mean to you and every kiss and every hug. You make me fall in love. Now I can damn be the only one. There's hearts all over the world tonight. But I love it there like I feel hell yeah, be singing shit like that. I be want to play shit like that sometimes, and be really meaning that shit when a nigga be singing that shit, you heard? I dream of you, got a thing for you, and every kiss and every hug, you make me fall in love. Now I know I can't be the only one. Well, there's hearts all over the world tonight. With the love of their life, who feel that I feel with you, with you, with you, with you, with you. Y'all know damn well I can't sing though. I got this raspberry voice. I can't sing a Barry White song, nigga. I don't even sound right. I don't sound good singing a Barry White Isaac Hayes song, nigga. That's my raspberry voice. With the love of their life, who feel. Hey, I'm about to start back dating, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm about to not like start back dating, like try to date different. I just want to find one person I just want to have one person that I'm dating. I want to go out and date and share moments with and shit like that. And we progress. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm back in. Because for years, at least 2 years, I'd be like, I remember when I broke up and I tried to jump into a relationship about 4 or 5 months later, which that ended up being, we put a block on it. That way, we just stayed friends. It was long distance anyway. But after that right there, I realized, I would be single. I got so used to being single, and I got content with my peace. You know what I'm saying? Which I love my peace. I got so cool just coming straight home from work, or coming home and do whatever I want to do whenever I come home. I didn't want to hear nobody talk. I don't got to be around nobody. If I want to be around somebody, I go have me a few drinks at the bar. Meet some people like that, But I got so used to just, I said, you know what? I still, and I ain't trying to brag about nothing. I still got my way with a few women. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to toot my horn, but I still got my way with a few, like some women. It's a few women I can reach back at, and say, hey, let's go have drinks at such and such, or let's go have a bite to eat at such and such, or hey, come over here and fuck with your boy, or hey, what you got going? I'm still a gatekeeper to myself when it comes to this type of shit with them women. And that's what I was dealing with. I wasn't trying to meet no new people. I wasn't trying to meet no new lady. because I didn't feel like relearning nobody. I didn't want nobody. Uh, I didn't. I didn't want to feel like having people to try to convince people to know who I am or think who I am or whatever. Which I'm an open book anyway. I'm on YouTube and Facebook all the time. I don't hide who I am. We just see what you get. But I also be telling people too, though. Like I told this lady, I said I'd rather you meet me in public before you watch my YouTube channel. I don't want you to get the YouTube version of me because you might get a version that you don't probably like. You might hear something that you don't like. I might say something that you might don't agree with. And you might judge me based off that. And I don't want you to just judge me off that. Because I'm more than anything on this YouTube. This is just a part of me. Yeah, like I was saying, I most of the women I've been dealing with throughout the year and a half or whatever, I've been for the 2 years, but I just started like dealing with women like a year and a half. It was with women I had past relationships with who I already knew. Who we probably ain't seen each other in 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, however many years. We'd be happy to see each other, until, it runs out. It might be a month, it might be 2 weeks, we even caught back over each other now. Now I get back busy with my normal schedule. They get back busy with their normal schedule. So I was cool with that. Then I got back into that page again where, I enjoy being by myself. It's to the last 4 months I got tired. Since I started doing this live stream, I don't be in the urge to go to the bar no more like I used to. Y'all remember how when I first started doing my live stream, how I used to always say I'm just coming back from the bar or I'm about to go to the bar. I don't be talking. I just come straight home now. The team released him. Oh yeah, we talk. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna get to Shadur Sanders in a minute. Yeah. We're gonna get to Shadur Sanders. I'm glad you said something, Lisa, about that. That's another topic. I'm gonna go grab my other beer after that. But yeah, for me to go ahead and put a closure to what I was saying about the relationship thing though. But yeah, lately I've been, in that mode of, wanting to go out and date somebody, and jump back out there and see what this relationship world like, I mean, but we'll see. But I gotta find a way to balance this with everything else now. Oh yeah, I'm getting older and wiser. I mean, I think my decision being single for a minute was a wise decision too. I just think like I, I, when it's not forced, that means it's when things are not forced, that means it's real. It means it's genuine too. You know what I'm saying? So this is not being forced on me to do. I'm not forcing myself to date. I'm not forcing myself to approach a woman. I'm not doing anything. It's just starting to fall in my lap. It's like opportunities. Like okay, I gotta. I'm in a situation where it's an opportunity where I have a chance of uh, involving myself with a certain individual and getting to know them and them getting to know me a lot better and more. You know what I'm saying? And get to see another side of me than what they probably would think of me. So yeah, it's to that point now where I feel like that somebody I need to share share everything with. But yeah, oh yeah, back to Shadur, not Shadur Sanders. Shiloh Sanders has been cut by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, by the way. Speaking of football season right around the corner. I forgot about the other brother. I'm not going to even lie. I forgot all about Shiloh Sanders and what team drafted him. Because we so busy talking about the quarterback brother, Shadur Sanders, that we forgot about Shiloh Sanders, who's been cut by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because I was already lost about who drafted him anyway. He had to go around in the fifth, the sixth or seventh round anyway, because his brother went in the fifth round, I think, yeah, something like that. But yeah, well, I do believe this right here though. Shiloh Sanders, he's He's a good football player. Our odds was against him anyway. I think a team gonna pick him up and he's gonna do good wherever he goes. I won't mind him coming to the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, we'll love to have you in San Fran. I feel you on that. You'll get back with that somebody special. You gonna find hey, there's always somebody out there special. You know what I'm saying? You just got to go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? When you got something on your mind, just make it better than the last time. Make it better than the last time. People pass by saying that they wish me well, but in reality, I'm knowing that they wish me hell. Lisa, you wouldn't mind him being in Minnesota? When you're saying to him, do I know who him is? All right. Or you just saying you wouldn't mind a guy that you wouldn't mind them being in. Oh, Shiloh, damn. Come on. See how my conversations be? See, we going. See, I'm reading Queen. See, Queen, she's on relationship, and then I forget I'm talking. I'm having two different conversations with two different people, and I'm going up. I'm thinking y'all comments of like running with each other, but y'all on two. We talking relationship on that when we talking sports. And yeah, it's a lot of teams that can use free safety or whatever position he plays. When he plays one of the safety positions. 49ers can use him. I think he can go to Minnesota. I can think Dallas, he can go to Dallas. But, with the relationship that Jerry has with Dion and them being raised in Dallas, because they was raised in Dallas and in Florida. They went to school out here in Dallas. He probably wouldn't want to be back in the city of Dallas. Or he might be a fan favorite. I got to start reading the chats too quick. I'll be mixed up the conversations and topics. She said she's been celibate for 16 years. She said she is over for her the relationship category. Yeah, I mean, see, it gets like until you feel differently, though. Until you feel different. And that goes with just go with how you feel. I think I said this. I know one thing I'm not doing. I know I'm not gonna get married. But I never said I'm done with relationships. But I said I'm not getting married, and I said I'm not shacking up with another woman no more. We're gonna have our own. I'm definitely on both of them. I'm really definitely on any relationship I'm in. She's gonna stay where she stays there, and I'm gonna live where I live there. And I'm not getting married. I know I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, I ain't getting married. I let women know that I ain't getting married. There's just say we can love each other and have respect for each other just as much as we were married or not. I mean, nah. If you somebody if you somebody that desires it and that's what you is, yeah, I don't tell nobody not to. I'm just not the one. I'm not getting married. I can love a woman just as much as I love if I'm not married. If I'm not married, then I will if I was to be married to her. Put it like this: a woman wants me to. I would love you more not without us being married than I would if we was to be married. Trust me. I'm gonna say it like that. It still can be your ex. You say when the right one comes, it still can be your ex. Sometimes people's situations got to change. This is why things don't change. Some people might be in a certain situation where they are not allowed, or it can't happen until their situation change. Then it can happen. You never know what situation somebody can be having themselves in or be put in where they can't make the moves that they should be making. This is what I say. My the mothers of my kids, which I have three different ladies that are mothers of my kids. The mothers of my kids are great women, smart women, cool women, wifey material women. The fact that I never married neither one of them, even though we probably would have got married. I decided I wasn't ain't no sense in me getting married. I should at least marry one of them. If I would have married the first one, I probably wouldn't have had a second daughter. If I would have married my second daughter's mom, I probably wouldn't have had a son. And then I fumbled. I'm not gonna say I fumbled, but the relationship fumbled with my son's mom. I'm just blessed to get whatever I got out of the relationship that I have with them, which are my kids. I'm grateful for that. What I got, the kids that I've gotten from the women that carried them, that's good. I really get that out of them to get a marriage out of them. I got three beautiful kids, got three lovely ladies, and that's better than a ring or a wedding any day for me. Yeah, I wasn't mad at that. You know what? I think I would have. I think I probably would have got married then, and we probably would have ended up getting divorced. And here's the thing, though. I always been a better lover than anything. But I was just, I had them immature ways back then. Now with the way I love and the way I cater to my woman at the age I am now, I think I'm a greater lover now than I was, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 years ago. I learned how to love a woman a long time ago. I just, you gotta be. I never was consistent with it. I get bored quick. I get bored with a lady. She stuck doing the same type. She want to stay doing the same type of stuff and doing the same type of things. I get bored with it. But I ain't talking about sexual shit. I'm just talking about. But we ain't finna sit in the house and watch Zeus and shit all the time, or whatever the reality show. We ain't finna lay in the bed and we finna go outside. We finna go mingle. We got all this shit around us. We sitting in the house. Where the fuck you think we at? In Oil City or Vivian? Blanchard? Shreveport? Come on, hell no. We need all this shit around here. We sitting in the house now. Bam. Bam, like I left something. What we talking about? What y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk about? Okay. What we talking about? Oh yeah, I speak highly of them. Yeah, they real. And see, and this is the thing about it. There was a time that my kids' mothers used to hang around each other on the deep end. You know, like for a while. You know, they go out to dinner with each other and go do this, that, and the other. They do all this with each other. And see, that started when I had got locked up, right? When I got locked up, my two daughters, their mothers, uh, had to keep them girls involved with each other's life, while I was gone. So what they did, they became friends. And then the friendship went on and lasted on to now. And the last relationship I was in, the lady I was with for 3 years, her and my daughter's mom, my youngest daughter's mom, they went to what they call that shit, that wine country, with the Naples or Napa Valley, to the wine thing, the winery thing out there in Cali. They wanted a ladies trip out there 2 years ago, 2 3 years ago, on the ladies trip. She used to do my daughter's mom used to do her hair. So yeah, I got it. I don't got no bozo ass mothers of my kids. That's why I speak highly about it. I mean, we had our moments back then. We were young, but I know that something can happen to me to this day. They're gonna be there on front line, making sure everything's going right on my end for me. Appreciate you, ladies. I'm talking about, and to be honest, out of all the women I encountered sexually like that, and shot the club up, and then pull out, I'm thankful and blessed that these are the ones that end up getting pregnant. Lord knows it was some that I'm glad I didn't get pregnant. Lord knows. Can I see you again? Will I see you again? Will I see you again? Can I see you again? Oh, and check this out right here. Here I am. I'm locked up, right? I'm locked up. I'm in Mineral Wells unit, right? I'm in Mineral Wells unit. Visitation. Both kids, both of my daughter's mothers come see me. The other inmates up in there looking at me, they speaking to me, they see me and all that. Out of visitation, I go back to my room, go to the door. Say cut it, man, them your sisters? I'm like, nah, man, them the mother of my two daughters right there that you just say. They like, for real? I'm like, yeah. They're like, how the hell they come see you together? You got it like that? I'm like, it ain't that I got it like that. It's just they got it like that. These ain't your average uh, baby mamas, as which y'all call them. And we never, we always said we'll never call each other the baby daddy, baby mama term. Like, I think we do it like they do it jokingly with me when they call me. They might, "What's up, baby daddy?" But they don't refer to me to other people when they bring me up as I'm the baby daddy. They call, yeah, that's her father, my daughter's father. That's what they say. So yeah. I'm just reading Virgo Queen shit. Ah, she said, wish my ex had better sense. He could have saved that nut. Man, but yeah. Like I do a recap sometime, a mental recap on my on a lot of chicks, you know. And when I say recap, I'm talking about between the age of when I first started having sex to by the time I met my oldest daughter, mom. I do a recap on that list of people. I'm like, damn, ooh, hell yeah. And then in between the time, now I think hold up. Once I dated my oldest daughter, mom, I held myself to a certain standard with women. Once I got with my daughter's mom, I always had high standards. I always dated pretty chicks. But once I met my oldest daughter, mom, I held all the ladies I dated with to that on at least on that level of standard where she was at on the way as far as like the way she speaks, how she dresses, how she how she keeps herself groomed, how she act around other people, all of that. I kept it that, or I just made it better every time. I set the bar high every time. Once each one was better in some type of way, mentally or whatever. So yeah, so every woman I encountered since then, I I say it's probably about it's a few of them that I could say in the last 15 years that I'm glad I didn't get pregnant. But at the same time, they was they weren't no busted, dusted ass females. I ran across some dusties when I was younger. You know, they were just pretty out. That's all they had going for them, with a pretty look. But they ended up being dusties anyway as life went on. Oh hell yeah! To this day, I feel like, and even when I date outside my race, right? And like I be having to tell my coworkers, they always try to come get me every time they see a white. Like first of all, they only come and get me when it's white women. They don't never come get me when it's another lady from it could be Puerto Rican or Mexican, Hispanic, whatever, Italian or Asian. It could be an attractive. When it's an attractive white woman or a woman they think's attractive, just because she's white, they come get me. And I be able to tell them, say, man, I date white women, but I don't just run behind every woman just because she's white. You know what I'm saying? I do have standards when it comes to the white ladies I date now. I said, see, I do. Do I need to show you? This is say she do regret. Appreciate that on the mic. I don't know where y'all stopped hearing me yet, but I was like, me dating. I said I got standards when it come to all women I date. Like even with when I date outside the box, outside my race, I should say. Uh, I date white women of all colors, Hispanics, Asians. I had a Filipino girlfriend before. I had a chick that's Korean. I had a Puerto Rican. Uh, you know, Italian chick. But my thing is, my coworkers, they always run and come get me every time it was a white lady come in the building or something like that, like I supposed to go crazy behind her because she's white. I'm like, man, I got just because she's white don't mean I like the dude. I like all type of women. I said, but it's certain type of white women I like. You know what I'm saying? I said, do I need to show you pictures of the white women I dated? I need to show you my son's mom. You know, just for this start right there. Let me just start my son's mom. Let me show you her, and then show you the other chicks. You know what I'm saying? That I did. He'll be like, okay, I see what type of level you want. You said you had a white boyfriend in high school but never slept with him. That's what it is. And see, I've been attracted to all kind of women from different nationalities for a long time since I could probably pick up the remote and turn on TV and watch movies and shit. Since I've been attracted to all type of women. Uh, but as far as I'm not dating the white women. It's not a new trend to me. I've been doing this shit since the '90s. You know, I, I was sleeping with white girls before I turned 20. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even 19 yet. You know, I was already slept with a white girl a couple times and a Filipino girl. Before I was 20, I had two white girls and one Filipino before I turned 20. See, the only thing I had white was vanilla ice cream. I always prefer women of all nationalities, as long as we get along. But at the same time, I don't have no preference. I don't have no certain. Um, I've dated more black women than any other race. I think it's starting to catch. I think the white women down there. I dated a lot of white. I've been with a lot of white women. I've been with a lot of white women. Ain't no flex and nothing like that. But I've been, like I said, I've been with 3 Asians, probably about 4 Puerto Ricans. Or you just want to, and I say that just because I say Mexican. How many times I've been with a Mexican chick or a Hispanic chick, another Hispanic girl, but about 5 or 6 of them. Had a Jamaican chick. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I've been dealing with women. I've been, yeah. I ain't never put no staple on who I need to be dating. As long as they're women. As long as they women. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. George just got nuts. Cause you don't keep good. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I remember that damn commercial. My nostalgia is so fucking deep. Like I be having the stuff I be that I be reminiscing off of the old my nostalgia be some old throwback classic shit. Like y'all remember that commercial? Mikey likes it. Mikey eats anything. Mikey likes it, and that's how you know what age bracket people in or how much they know. You know, some people it's people that wasn't looking at TV like that much either though. You feel? I'm glad you feel good. I like this Virgo. Virgo, I like that energy. I like that. I'm glad you feeling good. Shit, just in case you drinking, toasted Virgo Queen is Virgo season up in that bitch. Believe what's gonna come behind y'all. We're gonna show y'all how to do it. We was gonna come up in here. We gonna show y'all how to do it. Oh damn. Let me get back with that mom. The internet ain't about shit, y'all. The internet be trying to drag us against each other. Yeah, Mikey likes it. Yeah, just yeah. I know. I know. Lisa, Dunn One, and Virgo Queen. They be understanding my nostalgia when I go back with the old shit. Whether it's with shows, songs. That's why I like this crowd. Though I like having people online that understands and they can relate to a lot of stuff that I talk about. I know most of these topics I be throwing with y'all sometimes. Y'all might don't be tapped in on it as much. Unless you now with music, I know Don Juan should be tapped in on certain shit because she a music person as well. But just with life stuff though, I like how I can bring up certain shit and we all can relate to it just based on our age. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole episode up in this bitch. Wow. By the way, too, guys, I'm about to start back doing my pre-recorded. I'm about to start back doing my pre-recorded show, the Kickback Chit Chat now. Um, I'm about to create a logo, not a logo. I'm about to create a new intro for my Kickback Chit Chat in the podcast. Period. So I'm about to start back doing pre-recorded shows where I record something for like 15, 25, 30 minutes to speak on that and load it up for you guys to have. Besides just, watching my live stuff, you don't have to watch me live all the time. You can go back and watch me in rare form. So I'm about to start back doing pre-recorded shows and interviewing people. I like doing our live interviews and stuff. I like having them youngsters on here talking crazy. That'd be fun sometime too. But I'm only doing that shit because the watch hours. The watch time hours when I do live, I do very well on it. Very well on my lives. Makes my watch hours go up. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like Honey Nut Cheerios. I like Frosty Flakes. I used to like Cocoa. I like the Cocoa Crisp. I like the cookie ice cream, the chocolate chip cookie ice cream back in the day. Honeycombs, I like to fuck with them every now and then. But like as a grown man right now, if I go up in the grocery store and pick out me a box of cereal, I'm probably gonna get Frosty Flakes or Honey Nut Cheerios. Not the regular Cheerios, Honey Nut Cheerios. You don't gotta add sugar to the milk. See, on the regular Cheerios, you gotta add sugar. Lisa, for some reason, I knew you were about to say some shit like Raisin Bran. Lisa, I'm already thinking of something purple already because you're in Minnesota and you like the Lakers and you like the Vikings. I just knew whatever cereal you about to pick, I knew it was gonna be purple. I knew that. I just knew you were about to say Raisin Bran. I knew it. I knew she was gonna hit me with these. And man, you was either that or you was gonna say you like chicks. I just knew it. I knew it. She said special K fruit. 2 scoops of raisins. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Shit. Yeah, I called myself watching movies today. I called myself in the binge watch some shit, you know what I'm saying? See what's going on with the movie. I started watching this shit called Microphone Check. By the way, Lisa, and I don't know, but the fact of the nostalgia and the story, the history, I think all of y'all, because you black. I know Don Warner love it because she's a music head. Check out that documentary. It's called Microphone Check. It's by Tariq Nasheed. If you're familiar with Tariq Nasheed, he's the guy that he did another documentary about music. Matter of fact, he did the documentary for Cutter Girls, or some other documentary that came out about something. But anyway, check out the documentary. It's called Microphone Check. I started watching it today. I fell asleep on it. Then I woke back up and started it back over to a part where I fell off at. But yeah, it's a good. If you like music, you want to know the history of hip hop, how it started, it go all the way back. It goes back to where it started, but it goes back in time to like the 40s. It talks about the pig meat Arthur or whatever his name, some dude's name. Well, it just talk about all type of give you a lot of gems in this shit right here, just in case. Hey, I'm gonna send y'all. Now I don't know what link is on, but I got this free movie app, right? It's called F Movies. I got this free movie app. It's called F Movies, and this is what I got it on. And I think I showed y'all this before. All you got to do is go to Google, type up F, capital F, movies, and you click on that first site, and you'll get to watch anything that you want to watch. I'm gonna show y'all again just to give y'all an idea how it looks. So we click on it. It says F movies. Just like that. F movies. And let's say if I click on movies, give me a list of all the movies out that I can watch. Everything. No matter of fact, you go microphone check right here. Microphone check. Microphone check. Narrated by Tariq Nasheed. Don't y'all love me? Don't y'all love me? I give y'all the figure deal on all this shit. You heard me? Yeah, check out that microphone check, man. I love documentaries too, but it gives you a little taste of history. That you know how you like you expect to get a lot of history knowledge about the music industry or whatever. It also just gonna give you black history. It's gonna give you some black history that you probably would have encountered if you wouldn't have watched this. If you don't watch the documentary. I'm saying that because I learned something. I learned a few things. I learned a few things watching this documentary that I didn't know, and which made me even happier to look at the documentary because I wouldn't even know what I learned if I wouldn't have watched that documentary. I don't think it would have been any other platform or site that would have gave me that information the way they gave me the information. So, yeah, you like documentaries, you like to know about history, you want to know hip hop history, you're gonna hear names that you're familiar with, and you be like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. Okay, I get it. And I love y'all back. Yeah, I be in Shreveport. Yeah, Friday night. I either be getting there real late Friday night, or I'll be getting there Saturday morning. Yeah, I'll be in Shreveport to the Northside reunion this weekend coming. I got a lot of things I got to do this week. I got to get 2 front tires for my Jeep, and I got to buy my outfit. I got to buy my outfit, So I got this nice outfit I'm wearing out there, and the rest of the money I'll be making, man, just gonna be for me to it's gonna be for me to to play with. I'm taking my kids out there, so I know. With that being said, I know my girls they gonna they gonna be. I ain't gonna say they're gonna be in my pocket, but just like on the trip along itself, I want to make sure we right on the trip. I'm going there for the reunion. I'm going there to see my moms and my family members. It's most definitely for my kids and to see their grandparents and all that. So that's the North Side reunion is a good reason to go down there with along with everything else. And your kids like killing 2 birds with 1 stone because I really supposed to took my kids to Shreveport when they got out of school for the summer, like I always do, but a lot of obstacles was going on at the time. I wasn't able to do it like I want to. And But yeah, most definitely I am gonna be in Shreveport this weekend. Yeah, I heard Grambling. My homeboy, his daughter, my homeboy daughter is she's a cheerleader for the opposing team because they from Oklahoma. So I think my son, I think my homeboy, he's going to that game too. A couple of the homies out here, we was talking about that the other day over here at my crib about the Grambling game that's gonna take place at the fairgrounds. I'm gonna be out in the city that night though. I'm gonna be out in after the the North Side reunion started at 4 o'clock. Right now the Cooper Road got their reunion going on this weekend. But the North Side reunion started at 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure it's gonna die down around by 9:30, 10 when it gets dark. Around that time, and then that's when I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get out in the streets for a minute, and see what's going on in the Shreveport streets. I mean, I might, I remember back in the day we used to always go to Jewella. We call it Crenshaw. I don't know where they go these days, but me, I'm gonna stay out the way anyway. I'm gonna be where I think I might go by the casinos. I might go to one of the casinos. Go out there. Do a little something, something. But other than that, I ain't trying to thug it out too hard. I want to get back to Dallas safe. Yeah, it's too many innocent bystanders and people getting killed at certain events and stuff like that lately at Shreveport. The one chick riding down Cooper Road the other morning or the other night, gets gunned down mistakenly for they mistaken her for somebody else. They thought she was somebody else and shot her car up and killed the young lady on the Cooper Road. Before that, you had a 16-year-old girl from Carrollton, Texas, who just moved out here to Carrollton, Texas 2 years ago, who was back home visiting Shreveport, and just so happened she walking down North Market and she gets gunned down on North Market at 1:30 a.m. And she had a lot of good things going for her out here in Carrollton, Texas. So yeah, yeah, man, I'm going to Shreveport for two reasons and two reasons only, and and other than that, I'm gonna stay out the way. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself in Shreveport. I used to go when I go to Shreveport. I always have my certain spots I go hit up before I go back to Dallas. I got to make sure I go by these people's house, man, to see these people right here before I go back home. Now, man, I look at it like this: if you don't come to my mama house to see me, or if I don't catch you around the neighborhood or nothing like that, I'm probably gonna miss out on you. I used to go to certain family members' house, but sometimes they don't be at the house, but they know I'm in town. You'll figure they'll pull up on me where I'm at. You know, I got a couple of angels. They pull up on me all the time, but I ain't trying to go look. Most sometimes though, when I pull up to my mom's house, it be family members already over there just visiting because my family they tight with each other. My mom and her sister and them, they tight with each other. So I know I'm gonna see at least two, three of my aunties, you know, when I go back home. You know, she got five. She got five sisters. One of them passed away, but four of them still living. And I know I'm at least see three of them out of the four. I don't see all my cousins. I don't get a chance to see all my cousins when I go out there because they all scattered around the city and they don't really just be out there much as well. See, I don't even think the family members see them just as that much. So yeah, I don't get a chance to see all my cousins. I see a few of my cousins. I see a couple of homeboys. Just for the simple fact they right in the hood still. They still in the hood. They end up getting them a house or rent them a house out the hood somewhere. Oh, the live ain't over with yet, y'all. I'm still going. The live is not over. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, I understand. I wouldn't even know what that feel like. Uh, Lisa, see, like I think my son's mom, her mom is the only child. I think she has a sister or a brother. I'm not sure. I think a brother, but she's not from a big family. She's not from a big. My son's mom, my son's grandma, my son's mother's mom. She's not from a big family. They I think they got there in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, whatever city it is in South Carolina, where the rich people go stay in and retire. Uh, they come from there. They come from Sandy Springs or whatever, something like that. But they end up, yeah. But anyway, they not from a big family. But my mom is from a big family. My mom had two brothers and six sisters. One of them passed away before they got older. But I never met her. But I have another aunt that passed away 3 years ago. Uh, so yeah, I'm from a big family. She got two uncles that produce 10 kids. I got another uncle that produced 3 kids. So I got a bunch of cousins just off them. Then I got the aunties. I got one aunt. I got one aunt that got 2 kids and one aunt that made 3 kids. Then my mama, so I'm from a big family, you know what I'm saying, and then they got cousins, My mom got cousins from West Texas and Phoenix. And then I got my cousins that's based through marriage. My cousins based through marriage. You know what I'm saying? I got my cousin like my stepdaddy's his family. Then I got my cousins through my dad. All them Savannah's on the Cooper Road. Anybody that's related to Savannah, yeah, them my cousins too. So yeah, it's a lot. I got a lot of people who are that I'm tied into around the city of Shreveport. A lot of people you won't even know that we sisters and brothers. It's like people though when they think of me, when they think of my sisters, they think of JoJo and Dee Dee, especially JoJo, because JoJo used to always be around me. But nobody don't know that I got another sister, that they all know too. They just didn't know. They just certain circumstances didn't, they stayed on one side of the city and we stayed on the other side of the city. My dad, he sheltered them. That's what's happening with it, Virgo Queen. I'm glad you stopped. I enjoyed you tapping in tonight. You know what I'm saying? You hanging up in there. Yeah, I see. See, when I got you guys hanging in, talking like y'all in the chat room, and y'all be tapped in for a long time. It make my hours progress. My watch hours progress better when I got all y'all on here like this at one time. So I'm almost at 4,000 watch hours. And right now, I get paid 3 different kind of ways on YouTube now. Through membership, I can do a show just based for members only. Get paid off that. I get paid through super chats. So you can pay me through my chat, and I get paid through some other thing they made me eligible to get paid for now. I'm waiting on the ads to come. I don't know about ads pop up on my show when you're watching them, but I'm waiting on ads to start popping up so I can get paid off ads. Uh, the Sunday night late night talk with Cuddy, y'all on the Kickback Network. Your boy Cuddy J. But y'all, there was there wasn't in earlier. You just happened in earlier. I was talking about Hernandez Govan, who just beat the young Dolph murder case trial. How he's back out as a free man. It hasn't been 2 days, and he's already going back and forth with somebody on some beef shit. And also, I was talking about the dating saying how it was all of a sudden calling me back out there. Me not expecting it. And when I say with the dating scene up to that point now where I want to, I don't want to rush it, but I don't want to just sit back and wonder what this is either. We're going to date each other. We're going to make this a thing or not. I'm done investigating on what I need to know. And are you on the same boat I'm on? So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and hold back. I'm glad. Okay, this was up. I'm glad you got see. I'm glad you got you see you see my old shows and you get the full. See, most people think I just do a live stream. I remember when I first started going live. That's all people ask. Do you have a podcast? You should do a podcast show. You should do a podcast show. I'm like, yeah, I do have this channel is the podcast show. I just started going live. I just started going live when y'all were coming in on this live. But I'm glad Lisa said she found me by watching my old shows. $85 cup must already be gone. That one person when he tap out though, he don't let you know he'll still be having his phone on or his TV on watching the show, but he been probably passed out or whatever. If he did left, I ain't see him say bye. That's why I was just making sure everybody who gone they said bye already. I know Don Juan's still here. I know Lisa's still here. Somebody had tapped in earlier though, and they gave me a like and they tapped out. This video right here got everybody going crazy. hey, hey, that's been a topic, you know what I'm saying? We have y'all play the Bears the first. The Bears, that's a team you might want to watch too, though, because that's first of all, it's a divisional game, and they got that coach. They got the yeah, I know you saw that video, but yeah, let me piggyback back up the football. Yeah, I knew you seen that video. You commented on that video. I knew it was gonna raise some noise, and to me, let me get to the video first before I go to football. Before I go to football, let me get to the video first. That video with the white girls on there dancing on that little circle they doing. Them girls, they didn't do that video to try to make themselves compete with what black women do or try to make themselves call as they calling out black women. The guy that made the show the video, his caption was to make it seem like they was calling black women out, but they wasn't. It's just some white girls having fun, just doing white girl fun shit. That's what they were doing, and it's a way to make people race bait, click race bait on the internet. It's a way to find out who's prejudiced and who racist or who got some type of envious toward the other race or not. I mean, I see it a lot. If I click on the Angel Reese article, I knew it was gonna be some white man in the comments talking bad about her because she's a black, beautiful lady. They're gonna be showing their racism and their prejudice toward black people because that's what they do. And on that video, I'm glad I brought that shit up. On that video, I thought it was funny. The comments. When I seen the video, I went straight to the comments because I knew it was gonna be some black women bashing the women on the video or saying some some slick shit or funny shit on the video. I mean, in the comments about the video. I knew that was gonna happen. That's why I ran straight to the comments. I shared it saying, "Hey, it's the comments that does it for me." In my comment section, it ran adjacent to the comments that were in the original comment section. And that's why I shared it because I wanted to get a hearing or a feeling from whoever, So yeah, at the end of the day, I just think there were some girls, some women having fun, whether it was white or black. The killing part about it, there was some black girls shaking their ass doing that. We would have been calling their ass ratchet. Or we've been saying, that's all them hoes know how to do is shake their ass. We would have been saying some shit like that. And we'll tell her how the comments would have went under their shit. My plan is landed on that topic right there, but at least somebody want to rebuttal off that, what I just said before I start talking about this football. Yeah. That's my take on that video. Nah, they not the best dancers at all. Now, I know some white girls that can dance. I know some that can dance. And I can make some dance too. But yeah, that's another story. But yeah, back to Chicago. Chicago is going to be a good team this year. I think y'all division is the most unpredictable division in the league right now, just because you don't know what type of Green Bay team you're going to get with Jordan Love. You don't know what Minnesota probably going to do with J.J. McCaffrey or McCarthy, whatever his name. But they got a good running game and they got the best receiver. And y'all defense is good. We don't really know what's going to happen. Then you have Detroit, who this can be a what they call it, a hangover season for them. You know how they do so good the season before, one season, then they have a hangover base of mental, from a mental state, or they might be hungry because they still got a window. Then you got Chicago, who has Detroit's old offensive coordinator. They got it was calling them plays for Detroit, designing all that shit in Detroit for the last 3-4 years. It's been Brad Johnson, or whatever his name, Brad Jones, whatever his name. He's a coach now for Chicago. He has Caleb Williams as the quarterback, black quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback out of USC. He was the #1 draft pick for a reason. They got the receiver, the running back Swift. He's good. They got a couple of receivers. I think their defense is starting to emerge. So yeah, it's gonna be. We'll see what goes on. On the other hand, we have those Seattle Seahawks, the 49ers. Our division is just like the NFC North. You got the Rams, who everybody think the powerhouse, who they think might be the one that win our division. Then you have Seattle, who's the Green Bay Packers of our division. Or should I say we are the Green Bay Packers of our division. Then you have Seattle, who are the Minnesota Vikings of their division. And then you have Arizona Cardinals, who are the Chicago Bears of our division. You never know what you're going to get out of either 4 teams either season. We go to Seattle. Then week 2, we go to New Orleans. There's a chance my team can be 0-2. Now, I don't think New Orleans can beat us. I don't even know who their quarterback is. And for that, I'm more concerned about Seattle, just based on who their quarterback is, who is Sam Darnold, who played for Minnesota last year, who used to play with the 49ers the year before. Sam Darnold's another top quarterback. He was a top 5 quarterback. You know, he was picked in the first 5 picks when he got drafted. I think he went number 3 or 4, somewhere probably number 2. But yeah, I'm more concerned about Seattle than New Orleans. I don't see how New Orleans will beat us, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Never know what happens in San Fran. Injuries is played in the game too. And yeah, last night over here, man, was a big ass party, man. Our neighbors next door, I don't know what they had going. I know the next door neighbors had a get together going on. Some people over there had a get together going on in the other building. They out and right here now is my building right here that runs that way. There's another building right there. There's a building in front of me in our little walkway. We got a park right there and the pool's right there. So my area is kind of like the spot where everybody will probably be hanging out at. There's a pool right there, the mailbox is right there, and you got this big opening right there it's a park where the kids can play at. Then you got each little section got their own little middle thing, but I think it just go down harder with mine there because we got the pool. And there's another front part that had the same thing, but they got a lot of barbecue grills and shit in their middle part. Then you got the other side. It's another side. It's another side it's 2 different apartment complexes. They got it. That shit. It's deep over here, man. It's deep. There's a lot of people still over here, man. It's probably about in this little hole. It's probably about 50,000 people in this one apartment complex. So you got you got about 25 units on this side. You got about 20 units on each side. So you got 40 different units of apartments on this motherfucker. But anyway, let's get back to the story. Anyway, we had 2 different parties going on last night. And then you got me out here grilling. You know, I was doing my grill. I was grilling last night. And it got crunk out there, but something was going on, you know, where what they call them guys, not the fire marshals, but security guys. The security guys, they came out because it was a big deal. I guess it was too many grown-ups. It was grown-ups out there drinking, and it was kids around. They felt like they shouldn't be having the alcohol out while it's kids and stuff like that, the big function. Then on the other hand, they come down there, everybody come knock on my door. But as they would come knocking on my door, I was opening the door, walking out, and they was about to tell me about my grill. They was about to say they was about to tell me that my grill was too close to the building. And I've been grilling right there for the longest, but they just said that shit because it was kids running around and all that shit like that. Which my shit was. The reason why I didn't put my grill on the sidewalk or further out because I didn't want them kids to knock my shit over either or do some dumb shit because there was a lot of kids running around. But anyway, it was a wild night. I wake up this morning, open my damn door. You got about 20 Corona bottles on the stairs and trash bags. They real messy and nasty next door. I did have to take their trash out and set it outside. They doing it about 4 or 5 bags of trash out there. And it's like, I don't like that shit. I like Sam Darnold too, though, man. I think any quarterback that leaves our system, they play good. Like you see how good Trey Lance playing right for San Diego, not San Diego. You see how good Trey Lance played with Los Angeles Chargers last night against the 49ers. Trey Lance looked good last night. Coach Jim Harbaugh is going to have Trey Lance looking, you know, he's going to be pretty nice. Like I was watching them, I'm like, it's, you know, and what I think it is, you know, our system is so we have a complicated system though. Like It's just the blocking scheme and the angles is just to be precise with that offense. You got to really study and you got to. It takes years and shit to get that shit right. A quarterback ain't gonna look good that first year doing it the right way. Brock Purdy got lucky when he got behind the center. But did you see how he ended up looking after he got figured out? So I think this year right here gonna be one of Brock Purdy's best seasons under Kyle Shanahan. But Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't do it. And we got there with Jimmy Garoppolo and we got there with Brock Purdy. You done one jump up out here? I be getting done one be at work sometimes when she be tapping in. She let her presence be known, but she will be down bad. This should be down bad. Hey, hit that like button. It's the Kickback Network. It's your boy Cuddy J. Thank you for tapping in. Y'all hit that like button. I see it's a new tapper up in here. Oh, you posted in bed? But yeah, tonight though, shit, I ain't getting off right now, y'all. I'm just talking. I'm just in the. I'm just floating. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna. You got to understand, guys. Sometimes when it's plenty of times where I've gotten off of here and more conversations and topics come to my head once I click out. I'll be like, damn, I didn't mention that. I didn't bring this up, or I should at least gave it. Sometimes I end the show when somebody just tapped in, and I'm like, anytime I'm gonna start. I need to get back in that feeling, especially because the fact that it's still early too. I need to get back in that feeling of long as people tapping in, keep it going. And I remember the few times I tapped up out of here, and there was about 9 or 10 people coming on to the log on. And I don't know if that's the time meter or certain people they be on YouTube or whatever, but I be in shows right when people about to start tapping in. I'm like, damn, maybe I should have stayed on. Maybe somebody's gonna come with some topics or questions or stuff. Ask me stuff. I remember there was a time back in the day when people used to ask me questions, and every time somebody came on here, they wasn't trolling. They was asking me where I'm from or who am me or what city I'm in or whatever the case may be. You know, I need them people coming through it like that. Hold up. This shit funny as a motherfucker. Hold up. Hold up. Wow. They know they down bad for this shit. Oh, look. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm tripping out something. They down bad for that right there. Yeah. they, down, they down bad for that shit. Like, I did. No, I ain't gonna say. One thing you do, I do have to be watching what I be saying on here, though. What I'm about to say. People will hold things against me. Oh, I got 7 likes. Who came in and give me that? Somebody came in and gave me a like. Who did this shit? Somebody came in and gave me. Lisa say righteous. Hey, Lisa, you must see see, I can tell Lisa used to watch my shows, or she watched my old show, because I'm always saying that righteous. Or my comments where I always put out, like that's my righteous been a word I always say it, just like you say thank you, I say righteous. So whatever I was always righteous with some shit. Like I always punctuate righteous every time I say shit. I did that shit on the Ian Gleason show. Now, if y'all ever have time, though, matter of fact, I'm going to send y'all some links to when I first started podcasting on the Ian Gleason show. You can go to, I think it's on, the Ian Gleason show is on all platforms, just audio only. But yeah, I think I started episode 69. It was on my birthday on the Ian Gleason show, yeah. And I used to come with that righteous. He's always in the show with me saying that righteous. That's how I would be with this. Yeah, I seen you had said that one day, and I'm like, oh look, she tapped that's a throwback tap. And I still say righteous though. I mean, it's like now it's come so I say it so normally that I don't even hear when I say it, but I say it. There used to be a time that I said it, and people respected me to say it, or they knew I was going to say it, or if I didn't say it, they made sure I didn't say it. So now it's just something I always say, righteous. Like I ask you how you doing, you be like, great, and I'll be like, righteous. You know, I'll be that's how it would be, like it's clear now. But I remember that's how I started saying it. One day I was high. I'm sitting there, I'm high as a motherfucker, and we sitting in my crib, and me and my partner Slim, and he had some chick over there. He brought Slim. He always want to, every time Slim, my homeboy Slim, he'd always he'd meet a chick. You know, he'd go out with a chick or whatever, or he just pulled up on a chick and he met her. He always bring her by my crib just to let me check her out, see how she look, to get my opinion on her. Not like I'm going to give my opinion, but like he wanted to always show me shit. And like he brought one young lady over here one day, not here. This was back in 2014. About over 10 years ago. But anyway, that's how long I've been saying it. It's been 11 years since I've been saying it. So and I probably was saying it before then. He had one young lady over there one day, and we sitting there, and I'm asking her questions. And as I was asking her questions, and I was answering, and I was like applauding her everything she was saying. And I think she said there's one thing she said, and after she said it, I just ended with righteous, righteous. And then my boy Slim, he pointed it out to him. He said, cuz said righteous. And like I ain't really and then it stood out to me. And ever since then, I've been saying righteous, you know. It was like when I started podcasting, that's how we ended the Ian Gleason show. We used to always, at the end of the show, you know, when he ended the show, after he say what he say, I come behind it with righteous. And like I always said, and it's just every time I make a post or I applaud something to be with the righteous at the end. So, yeah. That's the story behind being righteous. You see, I still say it like it's normal now. It's so normal that I don't even hear when I say it. It's like I don't curse that much, but I know I say shit. I know I say that a lot throughout the day because it's part of my conversation. And whenever if I'm holding a conversation with somebody, and I be like, shit, hell no. I know I'm gonna say that word a couple times, and you know, I know I type motherfucker a lot and nigga, but I don't never verbally. I don't never use those words like that, motherfucker and nigga. I don't try that hard. I like, you know, even the word like bitch every now and then it'll come out that much. Well, I always say bitch, yeah. But yeah, like we when I know I say the word shit a lot, but I say it like shit. I say it like that, you know. So yeah, I mean, if you listen to my album, right, you probably gonna. I don't even curse that much through my album, but it sounds so raw, and my voice the way it is, it still sound hard as fuck. And I don't even curse that much. And I ain't. You just if you was to listen to my album, you'll notice I don't even curse that much, but it still sound hard and raw. A lot of my verses was like that. The reason why my album was like that because my brother, I was recording in his studio, and he had a little rule. He wanted to make me. He wanted me to curse as less as I could because he wanted my songs to already be radio ready. And my brother, he was very precise. He didn't want me drinking, doing smoking or nothing. He wanted me to go in there sober or don't drink, don't drink and smoke while I'm there while I'm working. He wanted me to perform, record, and work. Don't say that many curse words because you want it all to be radio ready, and and you drink and do everything else afterwards. You know, you done knocking out the songs you're gonna knock out for the week, and it kind of threw away it took away my creativity too on my album. I could have been a lot more creative on my album uh, if I would have been in my form I like to be in. And even to this day, if I go record a song at the studio, I want to get high and drink me some drink while I'm recording in that form. It's just me. Uh, that's why I was talking to a young man the other day. I had spit some bars the other day on Facebook. I typed some shit. And he said, damn, man, you need to go ahead and get back in the booth. And I said, I won't get back in the studio, man. I don't even have the thirst or the crave to even go record a project. I said, the only way I will record a project under certain circumstances, the producer got to let it, I want the producer to be him, and I want the producer to let me be me. And don't expect me to sound like he would sound on the song. So that's what I hated with these producers. And I hated it with my brother. My brother wanted me to sound like what was popping at that time on my album. He wanted me to sound like the song was just was popping at that time, but niggas was putting out. No, I don't want to sound like that. That's working with they at. And that's working for them. It's not gonna work for me. And like even with the producers, they'll play you a track and they'll be like, nah, I want somebody to be on some no, let me be like I'm gonna be on the track. That's gonna make the track even more stand out, even better. But yeah, it's the only way I put an album out or do a project for the art and the love of it. But the producer or whoever made it, they gotta let me be me on that whatever track. I let me do that track what I feel out for. You want to add something to it, you put your vocals on there. You put that on there. You do that. But I don't got time to just be hanging out in studios like that no more. Though. I send me some tracks that you definitely want me to rap on. I will rap on them. I will write to them songs. Give me about like you send me 5 tracks. I probably not. I probably just give me 3 weeks. I come up with 5 different songs in 3 weeks because the way how my schedule is. But I come up with 3 songs. I mean 5 songs in 3 weeks. You send me 5 tracks. I come up with that. and then another 5 tracks the same time frame. And but I want to think about me when I go to the studio. I want my songs to already be ready to record. That's all I'm doing there is just record, smoking my weed, have my drink, record, and then I leave and you go mix. Or I can help you mix that shit down or whatever. I don't want to be in there trying to come up with a song or you making a beat for me to hear. I don't want to be doing that. Some days are over with. Hanging out in the studio all night, drinking and smoking, then playing chess, dominoes, whatever. So you have a chess game going on over there, nigga, domino game, dice game going on over there. Motherfuckers just smoking and drinking. Niggas doing little. I mean, when I first came home from jail, man, I couldn't even smoke weed. I was on parole. So I was drinking a lot. That's all we did, though. Y'all know Texas Movement Media, Lex. Lex didn't smoke weed either. I think Lex hit the one time, but Lex, I remember, shit, he's always Lex used to get a bottle of vodka or he'd get one of them big ass bottle of Chardonnay, barefoot Chardonnay. Lex used to drink the hell out that wine. He'll get a big ass bottle of that barefoot Chardonnay, or the one that like a liter bottle, not the normal bottle. And I'll be drinking whatever. I'll be on my Bud Ice. I'll be on my Bud Ice or whatever alcohol they had in the studio because I could smoke weed. But I got so tired of that shit right there, man. You know, niggas, it got to a point where niggas weren't even recording music. You know, we were just sitting there just hanging out. You know, we paying rent in the place. We ain't even putting no work in. Is my chat line behind or what? What is it? Refreshing this shit. And that's good, Lisa. That's how it should be, though. You should want this one glass. I don't want you to have more than one glass of wine. Lex used to drink a whole bottle back then. You got to understand, this is like Lex at the age of 24. Lex was a young gun. I was, at the time, I'm about 33, 34 years old. I think I got Lex about 10 years, so y'all probably was about 34 at the time, 35. And Lex was 24 years old. He hanging out with us. We in the studio. He fresh down here from Chicago. We in the studio every night from 3 o'clock in the morning. We up there all day. The dude we was living with, you know, he owned the studio. He owned the label. And so we was just hanging out like this. I'm not gonna even lie. Whenever I met chicks at the bar, or wherever after we leave the bar, I take them to the studio. You know, that's how it always been with me. Every time I met a female or whatever, everybody brought their females to the studio. You know, most of our lady friends, they became homegirls just through us because we brought them to the studio. These are always have. I had this my manager Sharonda. Sharonda's what, about 55 right now. Sharonda was my old. I had a manager named Sharonda. She was my manager, my first manager. She was about, at the time, Sharonda was about, 40, but she's beautiful to this day. She looks good. She's like Lisa, but she's 55, but she's like Lisa. She's a grown woman that's still beautiful. Like, she still everybody still loves her. But anyway, she was my manager back in 2008 and 9 and 10. Before I went, 2009, 2010, I got a new manager before I went to jail. But anyway, she was my manager back then. She was at the time, she's 40. She's a old prissy girl. She's prissy. Like, she's proper prissy, just like Lisa. She's red, yellow bone. You know, she works, she stays in a nice Jewish neighborhood out this way. She has she's married to a lawyer dude that, she don't get that, well, They shit still fucked up to this day, but anyway, it's another story. But yeah, I used to have her out late at night time. I used to have her at 3 in the morning on X pills. Like I put on the X, like she wanted to, she said she was going through turmoil with her marriage. And she thought that, I had her out every night doing shows. We go to the studio, we out drink. She didn't want to go home. You know, she like it's fucked up. It's like 2009, 2008, 2009, and here it is. What 2 years ago or a year ago, the situation's still going on. We still hang out to this day. We go out and have drinks, and she still have issues with her husband. It's funny how shit don't touch you. She's married because of the situation. That nice ass house, the nice ass cars and all that. She's still probably gonna have anyway. But I think she lost the battle once she started going outside the marriage. Once she knew, then once he got that she's going outside the marriage just like he is, why go through a divorce? You ain't gonna get nothing out of it. Yeah, my old manager, yeah. My old manager, she was cool to though. Sharonda, I used to have her out. She was up to my life. And I had a crush on her. Here I am, 29 years old, 30 years old. I had a crush on her. And I knew she was older, but I didn't know how old she was. But I said, but she still looks good. She still can get it. She was about 39 or 40 at the time. I wanted her. And I pushed up on it and we ended up talking about my music and she was like, let me manage you. And that's how this shit went. And I had ass on the roller coaster. But when I had caught my charge or whatever, she had kind of like buried away. Or I told her what was gonna happen. But then when I got bonded out, I ended up meeting somebody else who became my manager. And he ended up setting me up on all these shows and shit right before I ended up getting sentenced. But yeah, but when I came, I don't know, she one to this day though, she lives around the corner, I can call her up right now. They go have a drink somewhere. It was just 2023. Shit, right during my time when I was single, right when I came out of being single, out of my relationship. We went like on the whole month of October and November. We hung out every night damn near. She had me out every night in bars, drinking and shit, closing down bars and shit, you know what I'm saying? And it was just 2 years ago. And I was saying to myself, she still got shit going on under her roof that ain't fixed, right? I said, that's why all people think people with them nice houses and them nice cars and shit. They think people with them nice houses, nice cars, them beautiful women, they think they be having life all good and gravy. They be going home to some bullshit, man. And I witnessed this shit for years. I've been seeing this all kind of women, man. They tell me everything. And like that, I've been witnessing it ain't everything that look good ain't good though, man. All money ain't good money. Yeah. I like sharing like little mini stories with you guys. Like some of these stories, for real though, man, you need to be ready to. Then the reason why now I will say this. most of the songs that so some of our greatest songs as group songs, some of the best songs came from when we all been in the studio all together at one time. We sitting up in there, we drinking and we smoking and we just coming up with shit together. I can play some. I'm gonna send some music to y'all that we got. We made some of the best music, man. Just because we were like, what? We got snowed out. We got snowed in one year. Like we was out at the studio one night, man. All of a sudden, it started snowing. It was snowing so hard we couldn't leave, so we got trapped in the studio for down the for 3 days. You know, we couldn't go to work. You know, our work was closed out, so we sit there and made music. And some of our best music came from us all sitting in the studio. Now I like it when it's like that because we acting. When we acting, we making some moves. But I like to when it comes to my song, me, I like to already have my shit. Like most of my songs I recorded, I already had the beat sent to me or whatever. And I wrote, I sit at home and I brainstormed on my own and put that shit together. Now I think one song I was in the rush to rap because how that went was a song called Cuddy's Island on my album. It's the last song on my album, Louisiana. I supposed to been on that song with my homeboy Half an Ounce. My homeboy, you know, he been on here a couple times. I supposed to be on. It was me and his song together, and I wrote my song. It was funny because the first verse, my verse I think the verse I had at first supposed to be in the first verse. So I recorded it as a first verse. So when I found out, I wrote my shit as a second verse at first. So when I found out Half an Ounce wasn't gonna be on the song, I had to rewrite I had to write another verse, make it a first verse form. So I had to, I already told the story on the second verse because it sounded like a second verse. Now I got to make up a first verse to make it go into the second verse. And then if you hear the song, you be like, damn, that story, the way he told the story matches all together like it was a whole big ass adventure, which it was. But I think about it, I wrote the second verse first and wrote the first verse last on the song Cuddy's Island. But I told the story correctly though, in the right format, on time. And so that's the only time I had to write a song in the studio. Watch this right here. Let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all. I want y'all to hear what type of music we put out. Like we'll make some shit like this when we're in the studio all together. Yeah, you know we some motherfuckers, boy. Hold up. Watch this right here. I want y'all to hear this shit right here. I want y'all to hear this shit right here. Watch this. Check this out right here. Feel the electric. I'm gonna let y'all hold up. Check this out right here. I might have to roll up on this one. Yeah, hey, Lisa, done one. Check, hey, done one, Lisa. Check out this now. This version right here is with all of us rapping on it except two of us. I wish they would have had the version. I wish it was the version with the two young ones on there rapping with us. Check this out right here. But we got Misfortune on here. We got all of us. Check this shit right here out. This song right here called Survive. We wrote this song and we recorded this 2010 before I went to jail. Watch this.
Are you serious? I got me. From the niggas that can't touch us. Dude that come sleep, I'm quick to hush ya. Like a D-line, my squad to rush ya. and allow you lay in. Just keep tight lips, watch what you're saying. Don't know what you're about to be facing. Cutting J, raising Cajun on the application. Jason, Friday the 13th. About to put you at dudes in your worst dreams. I'm Cuddy Kruger with M. Dot One. Up in the studio, we get a lot done. Think we got us a hot one. I ain't heard shit like this in Bronx, huh? Different look, different style, even different slang. We get team, so we all in the same game. And we ain't almost made it, gotta stay on the grind. Don't need to switch spots to tell a sign. Losing my energy, every right to survive. In the beginning, I was spark, now I'm electrifying. But it ain't over yet, just every second we need a grip. But I remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner, I wasn't expecting to make it. The broke ain't paid. Pockets like I entered in the world like naked. The boys had the girls and money making. I can have the same ones, but I better have them Franklins. Adopted a new mind frame, not a baby. Now I'm rising to the top like the Babers. Catch the elevators, and you haters motivators. Commentators for gladiators. I ain't talking about monopoly, my vocal utterance is just the lyrical atrocity committed. Ultramagnetic, done did it, taking no prisoners while built an outfit to supersede the gimmick. Artificial image being painted by the tainted and the timid, where the never was the premise and they all too short. Steven Box with the minutes, every race he started, guaranteed he finished. No fear, eye to eye with death. I'm gritted, battle rap's been known to separate a whole village. Creative, never village, fully padded out of scrimmage. Auto with this was just in displaying divine vision. And to the game, I induce a new mission that dashing got in the stupid cooking up in Hell's Kitchen. So if you tripping, get skipping while the legendary spitting eternal like through the red sun. It don't matter how hard you try, what's wrong with survive? May come in life, won't let it kill me. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I stand my ground when I need help. No one was around when you may come in life, won't let it kill me. We'll survive. I'm not just talking, I'm part of the revolution. Looting, shooting, whatever. Burn in my mind now, gotten better. And you know niggas change like the weather, but I'm prepared. Raincoat sweaters, now we can sink in the boat and get wetter, or fly in the same Jeep or no feathers. Yeah, now you see the others flocking with me. That's probably why them dudes ain't fucking with me. See, I fought my whole life trying to see it like it ain't my fault. All I ever try to do is right, it is my destiny. Yeah, and I got it like without questioning why I got crucified. They say no, you don't do it, it's suicide. Tell them I rise in 3 days, I'll see y'all. You try, what's wrong with survive? May come in life, won't let it kill me. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I stand my ground when I needed help. No one was around when you may come in life, won't let it kill me.
My bad, y'all. Hey, y'all had to run that to y'all. And I feel y'all like some shit like that. You know, there's some little, you know, some self-made, you know, you got to talk to yourself sometime, you know. See, rappers, they too big to try to talk to the crowd too much, you know, instead of just talking to themselves about themselves, you know. That's why some of these artists with these hot songs, they don't invite their audience or their fan base into their life. They only gonna remember their songs their songs are not gonna be remembered, you know. In 4 more years, the songs that they got out, they hit song, they best song they got out right now, 4 years from now, nobody's not gonna remember. Cause they not gonna make themselves remember. You know, nobody's not gonna, like, we gonna always sing Tupac's and Biggie songs, NWA songs, Spice One songs, Master P songs, Scarface songs, Nas songs, Jay-Z songs, Snoop Dogg songs. You're gonna always sing their songs no matter how. No matter how long it goes on, you can name some hits from back in the day that came out in the last 5, 6, 7 years. We forgot about them already. A Children's Story by Slick Rick gonna forever be sung. Look at that girl with the Daisy Dukes on. Gonna always be a memorial song. Baby Got Back, still get Sir Mix-a-Lot smack. Gin and Juice, California Love. If I rule the world, imagine that. Girl, you look good once you bag that ass up. And when I realized that I wasn't getting the tracks or none of those tracks were being presented to me for what I could bring people. They weren't getting presented to me, but once they stopped being presented to me and it started getting, and people just started, making other type of tracks and shit for me to rap on, or want me to get on some of this, then that took me away from my audience. I'm like, nah. I mean, they went out and said, you know what, I could have made some hits, boy. My homeboy was sitting over the other day. We were listening to we would listen to old music and shit. And he was like, damn, girl, you got some hits, man. You ain't never think about doing all this shit over again, man, and put it out just to put it out the way you want to. I'm like, man, I thought about this shit. But I said, with the age I am, though, man, how they be hating on niggas, we be rapping at our age. And it's not a, I wouldn't do it. You like what it showed me is like motherfuckers I realized nigga had some hit songs back then, and you don't realize them till now. I'd be like, damn, it's fucked up. It's been 10 years, 15 years, and niggas just now realize that these songs was some good throw their ass songs.
Norwegian Cruise Line knows when the
Yeah, there you go. Regulators. You said it right, yeah. My mind playing tricks on me. Ding, 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 ding. It's just songs that's never gonna leave. It's not just listen, do you wanna ride in the backseat of a Caddy, chop it up with do or die? Do you wanna ride? Cause I said the P-I-M-P, ology, but logically, shit like that. And yeah. Somebody had posted
No, sir. You know what I'm saying? We everywhere.
Somebody had posted Crucial Conflict. Y'all remember Crucial Conflict? I posted it. That was me. Hey, in the middle of the barn, we smoke it on. Hey, in the middle of the Thuggish Rugged Bone, none of that shit. It's the Thuggish Rugged Bone. That girl Tasha that's singing on Thuggish Rugged Bone. She from the Cooper Road. She's straight out of Shreveport, Louisiana. She from the Cooper Road. The girl Tasha that sings on It's the Thuggish Rugged Bone. All that shit like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Certain songs, man, got you got life on it. Certain songs just not gonna ever die. All the Marvin Gaye songs, Run, the Isley Brothers shit, Michael Jackson shit. Can You Stand the Rain? Can you stand up? All that shit. End of the Road by Boys and Men, Motown, Philly. Certain shit don't never go. They'll bust a move. You want it. You got it. Hey, baby, Hey, you bust the move. You know that nigga Rob Bates. Now Rob Bates was the shit back then, out of Queens. Or Harlem, my bad. It take two to make the thing go right. It take two to make it out of sight. I want to rock right now. I'm Rob Bates and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone. Yeah. I take y'all down the rabbit hole.
You are listening to the sounds of jazz music. It's just music, yeah. If you're rolling with me, baby, then let's roll. If you ain't tricks, you know how the game go. I don't chase them, I replace them, that's one thing for sure. So if you're rolling with me, baby, then let me know. If you're rolling with me, baby, then it's time to go. And if you come through my door, you know where for. My rider drive you crazy, let me be your transpo. If you tripping, then get the dipping, baby, here's the dough. The only way I know the beat is real with it. Work your problems out on me, let the lane deal with it. No homo, I never chase women, only Benjamin. And once I get to the money, I just continue getting it. Welcome to paradise. We ain't gotta take no boat to fly. We can just chill, enjoy the night. Doing whatever it is you like. The pain don't chill, so rock so nice. Let's live life. Nights like this, I wish. Let rain and draws me home. Let it rain on me, yeah. But she's thugging, she's sucking all up in the traffic. I'm about to enter her soon and I'ma let her have it. She thinks she's taking control like she's Janet Jackson. I like to get my knife on so I get it and stab it. She put her hands down my pants, said, baby, get back in. I didn't waste no time, start getting it cracking. And some dudes will say, start getting to smashing. She called over her friends, no line acting. Back out on the scene, it's 12:45. Fresh out the shower, then grab my 45. Call my homeboy up and said it's time to ride in the city tonight because it's going live. We riding down belt lines up at the second job. People looking at us cause we the mother guys. Blue button out shirt over my Levi's. Nights like this to me, baby, is no surprise. Nights like this, I wish it rain and draws me far. Good game. Let it rain on me, yeah. 757, going down the night. She looking right in her head, straight she can get the pipe. Believe the hype, cause I might fuck up a whole night. Scraping up freaking fly miles just to get on my flight. It's alright. First class, that ass riding in my lap shotgun. Yeah, she loving that. No board pass, and I love the fact that damn, she work her neck like no whiplash. No fret, no smoker, no airbag. Not a dummy that crash, JB stay strapped. Glaucoma, that pussy turn into cataract. Drive fine, I keep paddling kayak. It's nights like this that I wish. Rain and drive the fall like phone calls for Sprint. Focus on where I'm going, but she wonder where I went. Say she falling in love and shit, but it was just one wish. Nights like this I wish. That rain and draws me fall. Let it rain on me,
Yeah. Hey, yeah. That's an old song right there. That's like 2010. That's some shit that I had. That's one of those nights. It was one of those nights. Me, my homeboy, Mr. JV. It was me and Fly Tie. Herb P was up in there. We was at the studio. Matter of fact, it was at the spot right around the corner from where I'm at right now. We was in the studio, and it was just one late night. We didn't be drunk, full of that weed. It was raining, and Ray, that track was being played, and we just started saying. I started saying, nights like this, I wish that rain and draws would fall. Let it rain on me, yeah. Nights like this, I wish that rain and draws would fall. I started singing shit like that for that alcohol, and then we just put that in the song. Nights like this, I wish Then rain and drought would fall. See, you watch the Five Heartbeats, that's where that shit come from. Let it rain on me, yeah. Yeah. They made a video. They made that video. Yeah, that Slick Rick was where he used to go hard. When we made a video for that song I just played, right? Well, they made a video. I was locked up when they made the video. But it was a contribute to me. It was like Free Cuddy at the end. I'm gonna tag y'all in that video when that's something I have to show y'all this shit. That rain and drought would fall. Let it rain on me, yeah. I had grilled some chicken, y'all. I'm gonna eat good tonight. I got some grilled chicken up in that bitch. Well, and the barbecue sauce on it. No, I don't like to put too much barbecue sauce on my ribs or my chicken. That's why what I do, what I do when I got some ribs to be having the sauce on it, and some ribs I don't. Because like me and my brother, we don't. We cook ribs into a form where you don't have to put the sauce on it. You just enjoy the flavor from what we put on there. But anyway, but yeah, I would eat some. I got some chicken I grilled with a hand of barbecue sauce on it, and I got some mixed greens, and I got some baked beans. I know I'm gonna eat real good tonight. Be crazy in the morning, but hey, be crazy in the morning. You see, this is how old I am. I actually bought the original. She was Slick Rick. I bought Slick Rick tape when it came out. They didn't have CDs back then. That's how long I was on Slick Rick. But when Slick Rick came out, they didn't have CDs, but we had it on tape. And that children's story, we used to be on that right there. We used to be hey young world, girl, hey young world, hey girl, excuse me, miss. Oh my. She say, yeah, we used to be on that. Yeah, that damn right there. That album went hard. Yeah, check this out. Speaking of Slick Rick, since we on Slick Rick, you know Slick Rick just dropped a new album 2 months ago for the first. He ain't been out. He ain't dropped the album in what 25 years. I think they say, or was it been what? Almost 30 years, or maybe it's just been 25 years. But anyway, he has a song in a video with my favorite rapper, Nas. That shit jamming like a motherfucker. They got the jury on, the mix jacket. You know, Slick Rick being Slick Rick on there. Slick Rick still look the same way. But yeah, Nas and Slick Rick just dropped the album probably about like a month ago. My bad. It's about a month ago. I wish I could play music like I could, man, on here to introduce y'all to new shit, but I ain't trying to get copyright strike no more. Yeah, I mean, I need. Yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah. You go to YouTube Music. Go to YouTube Music. If you don't got the app downloaded, go to YouTube Music, and then or if you got Apple. If you got Apple, you good. You got Spotify, you good. And just type in Slick Rick. It's gonna show his latest album. He just dropped it. He just dropped the latest album. Uh, yeah, it just came out. I remember I played it one time at work. See, here's the thing about it with me. I always play every time somebody drop an album. I play their album. Sometimes I play it 3 times. Sometimes I play it 4 times. It depends on how it gets me. Then eventually I end up hearing certain songs throughout your album anyway because it falls into the algorithm of my shuffle list. And like the Clips album, I played the Clips album probably about 6, 7 times, but I hear these songs now that I ain't played it so much. Now I hear pretty much they songs off the album pop up on my shuffle every now and then. I listened to Hot Boy Turk Joseph album for the first time. It's been out for a while, but I finally listened to that. I heard it twice. It's a good album. I shout out to Hot Boy Turk. I did it with Lil Wayne. I listen to everybody at least once. But if I like your album, I'm probably gonna listen to it a lot. and that's for R&B. Every Friday, new albums come out. Every Thursday night at 12 a.m., new albums come out. I don't really get on them until the next morning, and sometimes it'd be a week later that I get onto an album because I listen to so much music that I haven't. I'm not in the hurry to get to a certain album. But yeah, like we had Ghostface from Wu Tang just dropped a new album this past Friday. Supreme Clientele Part Two. If you're a Wu Tang fan, if you're a fan of Ghostface Killer, you know they make 30 years since he dropped the first Supreme Clientele. And maybe 25 years. Oh, MC Hammer, Too Legit to Quit, Can't Touch This. All those are gonna be songs, that can't touch this. Too Legit to Quit. Those still he gets paid still off those. He get a check every now and then for those songs. Yeah, Wu Tang Clan. That's the most popular symbol in the. That's the most popular hip hop symbol in the world. That Wu Tang Clan symbol is the most popular logo in hip hop industry in history. Period. Ain't no other logo that you see that sign. Like you got, they got the whole East Asia, they got the whole entire Asia on their back, and just Europe already. Then over here in the United States, we know what that is. I mean, it's not too many logos that they know what that is over there, like talking about it. Like, like you might think it is because when you probably think it is big, but no, we know for sure that Wu Tang Clan symbol stands out more than any other logo that you probably could think of. And out of there, right there, probably Def Jam and Death Row. They logos. I will say this too. On top, since we talking about this, I think Snoop Dogg is the most recognizable person in the world. I think Snoop Dogg can be underwater, way in Asia, underwater. Asia gonna recognize this Snoop Dogg. Once again, I say, Snoop Dogg is the most recognizable person in the world. Snoop Dogg can be anywhere. People gonna know that Snoop Dogg. And I ain't just say rapper. I say person. We already know he's the most recognizable rapper ever. I say he's the most recognizable person ever in this world. Snoop Dogg. You see Snoop Dogg in Germany, you can see that nigga in Bangladesh, they gonna know, hey, that's the guy, that's Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg. That's why, and see, guess what? And that leads to what Lisa just said. That's why he was at the Olympics, because who else the world doesn't know? Who else the world knows besides him and Donald Trump? They don't even probably know Donald Trump. Who else does? I mean, you want to make it to like a positive standpoint? Let's get Snoop Dogg on there. The whole world knows Snoop Dogg. We didn't even do the Olympics up in there. Now, Master P can do that. But Master P can do that. Dr. Dre himself can't do that. You know what I'm saying? E40 couldn't do that. Not saying they couldn't, but yeah, they just, it made sense for who did it. Now E40 has a different type of personality too, though. It wouldn't look crazy to see him E40 up there doing that shit. Because he has a certain type of personality too. But I'm just saying, every rapper couldn't have did it. Every rap, There's a lot of rappers that couldn't have presented themselves at the Olympics like Snoop did. Yeah, him and Martha Stewart been dealing with each other for a long time. Yeah, we know this. That was every time I was always hanging out with an elderly white lady, she used to always call herself Martha Stewart and I'm a Snoop Dogg. And I like to always let you know what you mean by that shit, but okay. Hey yo, man. But check this out though. I'm gonna go ahead and end that show on that note right there though, man. It's been a cool night. I had fun. Uh, I had to go out with a laugh, and I'm glad I made y'all laugh, and I'm glad y'all tapped in. Uh, I'm hungry now. I do need to catch up with the world because I think once I put the camera on me, I start getting behind on what's going on with the world sometimes. So let me get caught up on what's going on. To get my phone and see who talking and who mad and who ain't mad. Because I know somebody mad at me, and I hate they mad at me because I fucked up not trying to. But I was sleepy as hell. So I think somebody think I've been going there, but I haven't been. Now they blocked me. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. But anyway, it's the Kid Batting Network. It's your boy Cuddy J, and I'm out like a fat kid in dodgeball. I'ma holler at y'all. I do I top it. It won't stop. This shit won't stop. Tell y'all why it won't stop. They don't even have the button up there for me. The chat room is gone.